things like that. I don't feel very beautiful. You know, you got that kind of after Christmas kind of whale-like feeling. No, you don't know, because you don't ever have that. You're so glamorous and gorgeous.
Let's not go there. I know that you can't see my eyes today because they're a little bit, I feel like I'm doing this a little bit today. I need a little bit more makeup, I think. It's lovely to have your company here on our Designer Inspiration Show. We've got a very, very busy show lined up for you, and Natalia is going to inspire us step by step through some very exciting designs. Tell us, Natalia, we're starting off with metal clay.
We're starting off with metal clay because I know that there's lots of people who bought metal clay. You know, we did loads of really good prices on it before Christmas. So I want to get you all using your kits, and I want you to start doing it confidently. So I've got a really simple project that's very beautiful.
And the project is actually to create something that can go across the board, from neckline to earrings to bracelets.
Yes.
It really is creating a full look.
And it's very trendy as well. So
Very
the shapes
trendy.
that we're using are, you know, just spot on.
The kind of look that I would instantly see in a really luxury boutique jewellers.
Yeah.
And think to myself, love the look, but don't have the price, don't have the budget, don't have the money in my bank account. And you actually do have that quality of finish with your pieces there.
Yeah,
so we've got that to look forward to.
Exactly.
And something a little bit trendy going on in the second section.
Something a bit catwalk. It's the London Fashion Week soon, isn't it? You know, there's all the fashion weeks going on around the world, so I thought I'd go for something really eye-catching, show-stopping.
Edgy.
Yes.
But in a really stylish way, and I think often is the case. I'm very much a one who shies away from getting the look of the moment because I don't know whether I can pull it off. But actually, everybody can get the look of the moment within their own comfort zone, can't they? And that's what Natalia is going to achieve with this fantastic looking jewellery. Plenty to inspire us within today's show with Natalia, as we would always expect. And actually, we're looking forward to working together on the 16th as well,
yes,
because for those of 15th.
15th, yeah.
15th, I said 16th and went, no, that's not right, is it? It's the 15th. Working together on the 15th of January, we've already got we're already literally focusing on fashion show. Now we're going to do a fashion focus show for springtime. Those of you who are really preparing yourselves to get that spring collection together for your jewellery, whether you're doing your spring fairs, perhaps you're thinking about, you know, gifts for birthdays, etc. But you want to be right on the look. We're going to work together. We've got literally about a week and a half, and we're already working together, making sure that the show is going to be big. So Fashion Focus Show, January the 15th. So tune in for that. And I'm thinking a designer dress might be called for, you know. I'm thinking, obviously, the Jewellery Maker budget might stretch for us to go out and go to maybe London, choose ourselves an outfit each. Natalia?
Do you really think so? Do you honestly think so? Am I just being a little bit cynical there?
I think you are. I think you are being cynical.
I was in Redditch Town Centre.
Well, I tell you what, it's as good as anywhere. I don't mind Redditch Town Centre myself, actually. I'm very happy there. Right then, we have got some treats in store for you today. We're going to give you some absolutely extraordinary deals, including in today's show, 5 brand new strands. Now then, I will just highlight the fact that Jessie, hey Jessie, is on camera too today. Now then, those of you who've not met Jessie before, Jessie works as a director on our sister channel of Gems. Jessie and I have worked together for 9, how long have you been here, Jessie? 9 years? So therefore, Jessie and I have worked together for 9 years. I think it's fair to say that Jessie knows me as well as most people know me in the work environment. Let's just make sure that that's quantified. Just quantify that. Now, Jessie, you know when I give you the look that I'm excited. Again, in the work environment only. Get myself out of that kind of a stick, aren't I? Jessie, I'm not giving you 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 looks of joy. 5 looks of joy. Take a look at why we are looking here at an incredible opportunity. I've never done anything like it before. Look at the length of citrine we have coming your way. This is going to be one of your first brand new strands of the afternoon. Then we also have, and I think if you're going to talk quality, you want to talk about the ingredients and the craftsmanship, the beauty of these gemstones. I mean, exquisite. I mean, second to none, actually. Pure luxury of amethyst coming your way. in not just these faceted drops, but also in these tremendous nuggets. I mean, impact nuggets. I mean, I would be very, very happy standardly if I was just going to give you one strand of this kind of quality and impact, but I'm not. I'm going to go for a double whammy of extraordinary beauties. Lemon quartz, I think fresh citrus, nice transparency, so you've really got that movement of light, but wait for it and hold onto your hats, because we don't stop with just 4 feature strands. The final strand is the culmination. It's almost like the crescendo of all things that are magnificent about jewellery making. I'm going to give you our favourite gemstone of the year 2013 and of the year 2012. Yes, seriously, 2 years running, this has achieved the top slot as the gemstone of the year, and you understand why the moment you see it. This is labradorite, one of the most extraordinary gemstones. The turquoises, the golden tones, the greens that flash. It's an extraordinary stone, and you've got one of the biggest strands, over 600 carats to enjoy. See, I'm a smiley kind of a girl when I've got the, oh, see, this is the problem with labradorite. Our cameras never pick up the colour that's just sat, it's rainbow colours, turquoises, greens. I don't know whether you'll be able to catch by the cameras. Can you see it? Oh my goodness me. Oh, a tiny percent of what I actually saw though. That's probably about not even a third of the colour. Oh, you can start to see the rainbow colours. You can see those greens and yellows and oranges starting to come off there, and then you've got some turquoises. Honestly, that was just a tiny percent of what I've just seen. Exquisite qualities, absolutely magnificent, truly tremendous. 5 strands to look forward to, brand new. But we're kicking off our designer inspiration show with under £10. Now, I always think that if you say under £10, in many ways, you think that you're going to have to lose out on the quality or the quantity or the opportunity. You kind of think to yourself, well, it's not going to be as good as it should be if it's under 10. In fact, the exact opposite takes place when you're buying from us. The one thing I can guarantee is that our buying power is what makes us stand out from the crowd. Our buying power to buy quality, genuine gemstones and then give you the chance to own them for under £10 is why we are the one place you can get your ultimate non-stop shop opportunities for jewellery making. I think I said those words in the right order, but if I didn't, then bear with me. Right, let's start. Where should we start? Well, you've just said that box number, and then you've just quantified what gemstone you want me to pick up. Are you sure I'm allowed to pick up that box and then go under £10? If I pick up that strand and I put it to where, Pip, you have to take it under £10. You totally comfortable with me picking it up? Pip says he's comfortable. I'm not so convinced that you should be doing this. I'm not so convinced. Pip says he will, and he promises. What do you mean not by a little bit? This is tourmaline. This is one of the scarcest gemstones around. This is one of the most sought after gemstones around. It is a distinguished gemstone of choice. It's a stone that will make your gem collection stand out. The moment you say tourmaline, that's the last thing. The last thing you would expect me to then say in the same breath is under £10. Would you ever say rarity, scarcity, and then in the same breath say under £10? Probably not, but that's exactly what we're about to do for you here. These are your perfect 8mm rounds, magnificent qualities. The depth and the tones that you're getting from these stones is what's going to make your jewellery stand out. Of course, the 8mm is a perfectly versatile size to get impact jewellery for the neckline, the wrist, for the hand. You really have got an opportunity here, but you've got an opportunity not to be a jewellery maker, but to also be a gem collector. You have got the chance to be a gemstone connoisseur. With gems of this rarity, I shouldn't be saying £10 or less. I just shouldn't. And yet that's exactly what I'm about to do. Under 10. Under 9? I can't possibly say that, can I? Okay, we're going to do it not under 10, not under 9, under £8, a collector's opportunity, your tourmaline rounds for just £7.95. If you want to join me, the number's there at the bottom of the screen. It is a free phone number, so you are dialing where really all you're doing is investing your time on the phone lines rather than your money, because it is a free phone number that you're dialing. If you do want to join us on the web, you can do so at JewelleryMaker.com. A phenomenal quality and opportunity. Plenty of people on those phone lines seeing this as a truly, truly exciting opportunity. Add to your order, of course, 1 P&P for the whole day. So if you've already bought from the lovely Jen, well, if you have bought from Jenny, well, you've already paid your postage and packaging, and now you're just going to keep on adding. Add and add and add. And of course, we've got the Miss It, Miss Out show at 5 o'clock, which is fast and furious and even more deals to look forward to. So in principle, if you have already bought, and if you haven't already bought, and this is your first purchase, I've got plenty more deals to look forward to. Ooh, lots and lots of deals. Congratulations to you if you're buying from us today. Mary and Janet, congratulations to you. Elaine's joined me in Wiltshire. How are you, Elaine? Lovely to have your company today. Sue's there in Hampshire. June's in Hampshire. Oh, it's a Hampshire posse. Word up for Hampshire. Oh yes. Maybe you're having some kind of jewellery making party together. Oh, I'll ring as well. £7.95 is all you pay. Congratulations if you got that. Now that's just the beginning of our under £10. Where shall we go next? What shall we do? Where? Oh, I've got to move. Now classified as see, it's classified as black rutile quartz, and I think when you think of black, it's actually white quartz with black rutilations, because there is definitely a differential. Because when you think of black rutile quartz, you think much more of a heavy black stone than you do white. This is much whiter. This is actually much more of the base color of the white quartz and that clear quartz, and then this amazing print and pattern over internally in the stone. Of course, those rutile inclusions, splinters of internal textures that naturally form. Interesting enough, often is the case that the rutilations are tourmaline. So the gemstone you've just seen could possibly be the gemstone that creates those individual patterns and prints that you're seeing within this stone as well. Of course, we know that black tourmaline, otherwise known as schlor, is incredibly rare as well. So to get rutile quartz it's a special occasion. Mother Nature brings together these gorgeous elements to give texture and tone, and of course the pattern and print that you're seeing inside these stones, really, really exciting, because every single stone is going to be different. No two stone will be the same, and that makes your jewelry totally individual. I think one of the nicest things actually for me about Jewellery Maker is that you're never going to see the same thing twice. Every single piece of jewelry is almost a masterpiece, because it is individual and unique, and you've really got that quality within that formation of these beautiful pear-shaped 10 by 8. They're not small now, are they, 10 by 8s? And these are brand new? Brand new and still allowed to go under £10. Brand new, but still going under £10. Now, a brand new strand, I think, you know, we've got to remind ourselves, could obviously be priced at any point that we want to. We could actually charge whatever it could, because you've got no price relative to know what price we should be doing. But you know as well as I do that one of the most amazing things about a company like the Genuine Gemstone Company is their honesty and integrity of making sure that they give you the best price they possibly can on every single deal. Now, I know for the fact that that's how we work and have always worked. And the reason that I've never gone elsewhere, the reason I've never worked anywhere else, and I have been offered other places and other channels to work for, the reason I've never gone is because I can't actually think of a better place that has that strength of ethos that says, okay, look, we've got a really good deal on this strand. We've got this at a phenomenal, but I tell you what, we could actually get away with charging double the price that it cost us, so let's get away with that. We don't do that. What we do is, as if we get a great deal, you get a great deal. And that's why you know when you buy from us, you are getting our honesty and our integrity. And when we say that we're buying at the very best of price and we're rewarding you by getting the very best price in return, that's why you'll come back to us time and time again. And that's what you're about to see when we do a brand new strand of a black rutile quartz, never been seen before, for less than £10. If you would like to join us, your time to buy this fantastic strand, totally unique and absolutely individual, and yours for the taking for less than a tenner. Congratulations, an amazing deal. If you would like to join us, of course, this is the time to make the purchase. Come on, let's keep on moving on. Keep your phone in your hand, keep it there, but let's keep on moving on because I've got loads of treats still to line up. Over 25 gemstones. Over 25 faceted drop gemstones. Over 25, hang on a minute. Now, even if we work on the principle that this strand is exactly £10, 25 individual gemstones for less than £10. Now let's have our maths working on this. 25 gemstones, and we're working out that each one of these, I can't believe, no, my maths can't be right, can it? Doesn't that work out at about 40 pence each? I daren't say it in case I've got my maths wrong. Am I right in saying about 40p? I daren't even say it. Have I worked that out right? Because somebody just quantified that I've worked that out. 40 pence. 40, I think it's 42 pence, something like that. Less than 40p. I've worked it out. I can't believe that. Okay, let's take one of them. Let's just take, I'm not even going to look. I'm not going to choose which one I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose this one. And I want you to know. Now that's not a 40 pence gemstone. Oh my goodness me, that is high grade, faceted luxury gemstone. 40 pence. You can't even buy one of those chocolate frogs in the retail shop for 40p these days. They're 50 pence. I know that because I bought one for my daughter the other day. 40 pence per Let's keep on taking. Oh, look at the clarity of that stone. Think of 40 pence. Now, obviously, we're working on the principle that each one of these is going to be, and that's, sorry, but my head's a little bit spun on this. 40 pence. And that's working out at this strand being exactly £10. And that's working on you getting just 25, when actually I counted 29. I just wanted to give you the minimum you could find on a strand rather than the maximum. So really, 40 pence is probably the most that you're going to be spending on each one of these gemstones. Some of these in size are extraordinary. 13 by 9 millimeter. That is what I would classify as a hot rock center stone. That could be an individual pendant. I mean, if I pop this against the neckline, just one of those on a beautiful chain, little simple bail, you've got yourself a classic piece of jewellery. And just think about this, 40 pence. If you walked into your local jeweller shop with 40 pence, what would you walk out with? Well, I don't think you'd walk out. You probably, actually, genuinely wouldn't be able to buy one of those carrier bags these days because they're a push carrier. You know, you pay 40 pence doesn't go a long way, and it certainly wouldn't give you genuine gemstones like you're seeing here. If you do want to join me, and I'm saying 40 pence is the maximum that you're going to be spending on this spectacular strand. You're looking here at the beauty of aquamarine tones. You've got qualities of heliodor with those beautiful golden tones of beryl. Individual, oh, goshenite. Oh, look. Here. Goshenite qualities. Can you see there? Jessie's just found it. Goshenite is, as you can see there, that gorgeous clear beryl, exquisite luxuries in one strand. This is where you know we are pulling out all the stops on price to offer such an extraordinary arrangement of quality gemstones crafted with luxury faceting, and say to each one of those gemstones being less than 40 pence. But let's find out what price we can do. Now, the price that you should be paying. Oh, I don't like saying that now, Pip. Can't advertise under £10 behind me and then do a price tag of £14.95. That's the price you should be paying, £14.95. That's your price tag. But we're not stopping at £14.95. How about that for a price deal? £9.50. What did I say? I said if we went straight flat to £10, we'd be doing well. But no, we take every penny off we possibly can. We've gone from £14.95, which, to be honest, makes a little bit more sense for the strand that I'm offering you there. £9.50 most definitely does not make a huge amount of sense, especially when you start to base it on the price of us saying that each one of these would work out around about 40 pence each if it was £10 a flat price. But actually we're now looking at a phenomenal £9.50, so well at 38 pence. Like it, like that maths. I like maths like that, because that's the time when you go, why wouldn't I buy? Why would I miss out on this deal if it's 38 pence? How easy is it to literally lose 38 pence down the back of the sofa? You know what I found down the back of my sofa before my old sofa was taken away? Do you know what they found?
What do you think?
They found my car keys. That morning, that very morning, we dropped my daughter off at school, come home, I'd put my keys down, and unbeknownst to me, my 2-year-old son had picked up the car keys, put them into the sofa, and the man was taking away the sofa. As he picked it up, it jingled, and I went, oh, what's that noise? And he said, do you want me to rip open just in case it's something that you need? And I said, yes, please. He ripped open. There was my car keys. Somebody was watching down on that day, were they not? Found my car. £9.50, congratulations. If you do want to join us on any of these deals, don't forget, it's while quantities are around that you're getting deals like this. Once it's gone, and I can't guarantee, and I certainly wouldn't expect to see 38 pence for each one of those gemstones coming very often. Stay on those lines. Actually, I've got quite a few people double buying on that. That doesn't surprise me either. Too much of a good deal, isn't it? Let's go to let's go right to the back, and let's go. Oh, now then, we have green aventurine, and I think when you start to think about all the colour palettes that you're going to start to see into spring and summer, this is most definitely a colour that's going to work and work and work. And one of the interesting things I think for me about fashion and jewellery is that in many ways, fashion is quite fickle, isn't it? And for me, fashion changes so regularly. Fashion is always evolving. And actually, Natalia, you were a stylist for a long time, weren't you? And part of the things about being a stylist is that you have to have your finger on the pulse. And the pulse is changing all the time. The tempo of fashion, it's evolving continuously.
Yes, it is. And I think even if you don't follow fashion, if you think, you know, I've got my own style, it's really hard to get hold of certain things, certain shapes and colours, because they're just not fashionable. Yes,
and I think interestingly enough for me, when you start to consider what is in fashion, sometimes I steer away from clothing that's in fashion. I standardly go with jewellery and my accessories being the fashion, because actually it always feels like they ride much more time, and they're much wearable, and there's more longevity than clothing.
Well, they do, because what happens is it makes you individual. So a lot of the time, you know, you see people wearing a certain outfit, and there's a well-known high street retailer, and they make thousands of a certain garment, and it's really popular, and you'll go to a do, or you'll be out somewhere and there's somebody else wearing what you're wearing.
Yes.
So I think this is what doesn't happen when you accessorize with your own jewellery.
Yeah, and I think one of the finest things about jewellery in particular is that, especially when you're making your own jewellery, you can wear a piece. Once you've worn it, you can break it down and start all over again. And the quality's never changed. The beauty and the opportunity of making jewellery and creating something different every time is literally in your hands, isn't it?
It is. And what you need to do if you do that, if you're one of those people who breaks your stuff down, is you need to take pictures, because you might want to revisit that piece. You might want to make it again. You know, if you get bored of it, make it something else, and then make it back again.
And that's the joy of owning an ingredient like this, versatility. It's going to wear and better wear. It's going to give you dynamics to your jewelry. It's going to give you a spring and summer look, but without having to break the bank. You don't have to always follow fashion on a day-to-day basis, because here at Jewellery Maker, we can give you ingredients that really have got long life qualities about them. Beauty and ethereal qualities in this green that's going to give you an exquisite look. I can't believe I'm going to say this. For just £2.95 now. Now you understand what I mean. You've got to make sure that when you're getting something from us, that you get it straight away. Don't hesitate. Don't miss out on deals like £2.95 for a full strand of jewelry making potential. An ingredient that could lift an outfit, transform an outfit. You might have that little black dress in the wardrobe that you wear and better wear. Why not change that look of that little black dress thanks to the beauty of this fantastic strand? Maybe it's going to be a feature neckline look, bracelet look. You could do a lovely clustering, drop earrings. There's so much potential from one strand for £2.95. You've really got yourself a deal and a half, and congratulations. Stay on those lines. Now, we are in under £10. We are in that little section, and of course you've got to know that if we could, we would in this star buy go under £10. But you know as well as I do, I don't pick up a full length strand of citrine and then say under £10. I wish I could, but I can't. It's your star buy. You know, the last time I saw a strand like this, do you know what? I've never seen a strand like this. I mean, I know I've got a bad memory, and we all know that I am literally, I'm like some kind of fish. I know I've not seen a strand like this. I'll show you what I have seen before. I've seen a strand like this. I have seen a strand like this before. 15. Probably 17 to 18 is our classic strand of distinction length. That's the type of length strand that I have seen before on this channel. Citrine, high grade, luxury gemstone. I would suggest you are lucky to get an 18 centimeter strand from us. Now watch. I feel like Houdini. Oh, the Great Stupendo. Do you remember him? The Great Stupendo.
Sorprendo, wasn't it?
What was his name?
Sorprendo.
Sorprendo, is it? Oh, I thought it was Stupendo. No.
I think it was Sorprendo. I think.
He was married to Victoria.
Victoria Wood, yeah.
So it is the same person we're thinking of.
Yes, yes.
I feel like him. I feel like I'm doing a bit of magic for you. You're going to like this. Not a lot. Bit of magic going on. Because just check out. And just check out. This is effectively, for me, pretty much a double strand of quality citrine. We're not just doing your classic 15 to 18 centimeter strand. We're doing a full 30 centimeter strand. Now, as I said at the very beginning, as much as we would love to do this strand for less than £10, there is no way you could ever expect this piece of jewelry to go to $9.95. There is no way we would be able to justify the opportunity. Double, really. I mean, it is effectively as close as you can get to double the strand of this gemstone strand. $9.95 we can't do. $8.95 we can't do. $7.90. I know there's a lot of people who are going, what is she doing? What is she saying? Actually, what I'm telling you is that we're not just going to take this to $9.95 or $8.95 or $7.95. It's pretty much double the strand of what I would normally expect to see of this grade. High quality citrine, a luxury item, normally coming to you a lot higher, but let's go lower. Not 9, not 8, not 7. How about $6.90? full length 30 centimetre strand for £6.95. Make sure you stay on those lines. It's yours for the taking. Massive congratulations. Now that's the way to do a deal.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just £9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
Moonstone is beautiful. It looks so stunning in bridal jewellery. Its iridescence just makes it such a different gemstone against anything else. When you're putting it into your own jewellery, you can put it in tiaras, you can put it in drop earrings, and it makes those pieces special.
One of the most fascinating things about Moonstone is, I think, its myth and legend, and whether it's a gemstone which is used for fertility or a gemstone which you give to loved ones, it's a fantastic gemstone to own, especially from JM, because of the natural qualities, the rainbow shimmer which you get from this amazing gem. And whether it's in nuggets or whether it's really, really highly faceted, whether it's a smaller carat weight or a larger carat weight, you're always guaranteed a superb example of the gem.
Tune into Jewellery Maker every day at 5 p.m. for our Miss It, Miss Out show, where we'll have 4 hours of jam-packed deals, including clearance offers, end of line, last in stock and low, low prices. The Miss It, Miss Out show, only on Jewellery Maker.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Still plenty of people on those phone lines for that fantastic deal on the citrine. I mean, an absolute, I can't say anything other than a deal and a half. For those of you who know your gemstones, easily one of the nicest strands of citrine we've had for ages.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it gorgeous? I'm a big fan of citrine. So put that in front of me, it's just too tempting.
And the thing is that it's going to go very nicely with your design that you've done for us within our first guest designer section,
It will go so beautifully with it. I'm wondering why I wasn't sent it. I have to put complaints in after the show.
Let me put it alongside, because you're about to, you've got the chance to really master the loveliness that is metal clay right now, but working it alongside your gold finishings, this strand would match beautifully well. Let me pop that up there if that's all right, Jessie. I'm just going to take it over here and I'm just going to hang this alongside, and if I just, gosh, in some ways the golden qualities just, oh!
They just fit so perfectly, don't they? And then you've got these darker tones in there that go really well with the copper that you've got at the end of the chain.
Yeah, because can you see that we've then got, if we head down, we've also got these beautiful shapes. Now you're going to show us how to create this exact look now, aren't you?
Yes.
Step-by-step instruction. So this is where we really do get to take a little bit of time and enjoy the creativity of a masterclass. And in some ways I think a lot of people do see metal clay and silver clay as a discipline, because it's something that kind of is quite awesome about it. It's something a little bit, for a lot of people, it's that moment of, right, I'm going to do it, you know. And once you get started, it's not as scary as you think it is it?
It's nowhere near as scary. And in fact, some lovely viewers have been emailing me, messaging me on Facebook over Christmas, saying they've bought the kit or they've had it bought for Christmas and they've been watching my DVDs and they've bitten the bullet and they went ahead and they made something. They've been sending me photos, and you know, it's a pleasure for me to see that, because there really is nothing to be scared about. And now they're like gospel preachers for metal clay. Telling everybody, go on, don't be scared, open your kit up, have a go.
And I think that's the thing, is it's just something like this is, because many people, perhaps beading and threading and wire work doesn't feel quite so momentous, whereas something like this, in some ways, it probably probably is out of people's norm. It certainly would be it's out of my norm of working with something quite so different.
Well, I thought that 6 and a bit years ago.
Exactly.
I thought the same thing, and it's a little bit scary, but only it's like when you're jumping off a diving board. Have you seen that show, Splash?
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, there are all these people, you know, training to dive like Tom Daly, and they actually find that once you take the mystery out of something, it's actually quite easy. It's just standing on the edge and, you know, about
It's
to do it.
that edge. Yeah,
it is.
You'd have to push me off the edge.
I'm going to push you over the edge today.
We're going to push you over the edge. That's nice for everyone. We have 2 deals for you to get you started. First of all, as you can see, to create this look, and of course it's not just the neckline piece, but it's the matching earrings and the bracelet as well. To get this combination of the set, you need these ingredients, specifically these ingredients. You need the bronze clay, which comes in a pack. You get loads in this.
So much, and you know, I use for these 3 projects, I use about 1/3 of a packet of metal clay.
Is that it?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
So you could make potentially 3 times
sets.
the amount, and because we're making such tiny pieces, it just seems to go on forever. I was
That's
sitting there just
really
cutting and
impressive,
cutting and
actually.
cutting.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like at least half the pack.
No.
So you could create from this one pack 3 lots of the earrings, bracelet and neckline piece that you're seeing here. So you could make all 3 of these 3 times over.
And they've not skimped, have I, Vicky? You can see
No,
how
no,
many I've just
no.
added to each of the pieces.
And they're so glamorous. So you're going to get the actual clay, you're going to get the main ingredient, and then on top of that, and as you can see, the visual of this combination, which I adore. I love mixed metals. I never used to be a mixed metal kind of girl, and now bring it on, mix it as much as you like. I love the different tonal qualities, you know, working with gold and coppers, and then getting the bronze mixed with the, you know, just really is quite exciting. It's quite
Gorgeous.
dynamic.
It's gorgeous, and these warm coloured metals are so fashionable right now.
Yeah.
And you know, we were saying about fashion, you either go with it or you know, you go you tread your own path. But I think I love gold metals. I love seeing them coming out now.
Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? Because actually, for a long time, I was a silver, white gold cut, and actually that's changed totally now. I feel like I'm open to any, and I think actually it's working here. Working on Jewellery Maker has opened me so much more. My blinkers and blinkered no more. I feel really open to all metals and all colours.
Well, because you get to see the extent of these different
And
products.
how wonderful they look.
And what people do with them.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen all the Wall of Fame entries. It really inspires me to try different products.
Totally. So you're going to get the bronze clay, but then we're going to match it alongside the gold chain, and also you're going to get your sterling silver gold plated findings as well. So you're going to get the chain, and I believe that's 10 meters of the gold plated chain, and it's 3x2mm links. You're also going to get a little bit of a bonus chain, because of course in our sterling silver chain pack you do get the heart-shaped chain to match alongside it. So that's pretty. Very, very pretty. Then on top of that, you're also going to get head pins, you're going to get shepherd hooks, spacer beads, jump rings, and all of the ingredients that we're talking about here, essentials, ingredients to make this look of a jewellery set work together. And you can really see how well that is achieved by Natalia, and she's going to give you step-by-step instruction. Now, let's just break this down. I believe I'm right in saying the chain, $12.95, isn't it? I'm sure that's $12.95 on its own. So that's the chain. And then on top of that, I'm sure, well, I know the Finders Pack's $14.95. I know that for a fact, $14.95 plus the $12.95. So we're already heading 26 plus pounds. Adding in the bronze clay, surely we should be closer to what, 40 plus pounds?
I think normally the bronze clay is at least $12.95.
At least.
When it's on regular sale.
At least.
Yeah. And that's a really good price. You know, if you actually try and source it elsewhere, I think you'll find that that's very keen
really
price.
competitive.
Yeah.
Very competitive. And if I'm just hearing, we should actually, if we put this bundle together, and if you went to try and buy this on our website as separate entities and brought them together yourself, you would be paying over £40. So it would be £40.85 for this bundle. Not the price today. You get the chain, sterling silver findings, and that huge 100-gram block of bronze clay for just $29.95. So effectively, I think I'm right in saying you buy the clay, you buy the findings, and we're giving you the chain for free. Free chain.
That's okay, isn't it? It's a deal and a half.
That's okay. That's
I just like to be very understated in 2014.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
You're playing it down.
Yeah. It's cracking. It's not going to have to. Oh, sorry, I can't help myself.
$29.95. You've got a real deal and a half there. If you would like to join us, the numbers there at the bottom of the screen. These are all the ingredients that are exactly pertaining to the look that Natalia is going to achieve with us within this designer inspiration section. So if you want to get this look, you want to get this exact finish, then you need to get these ingredients. This is what you need to get started with. £29.95. Now then, I can see here I have got another little section here, Miss Moneypenny. Another little section here.
Yeah, we've got some more goodies, haven't we?
Yes, this is almost the tools of the trade.
Yes, this is what you'll need to fire the pieces. So after you've worked with your clay, got it into the shape that you want it to be, dried it all out, finished it, then you need to fire it, because the firing is what changes it from being clay to a precious metal.
Perfect. Okay, well, shall we get on with how we actually mould the clay, and then we'll come back to
We can talk
this
about
section.
that then, can't we?
Perfect.
Yeah.
We shall do that.
Okay.
Like we're planned. Oh, you're already there. Oh, like that. Pip was like that, like lightning. He's like, look, I've got the graphics in. I'm good to go.
I tell you what, that's what I love about the new year. Everybody's on the ball.
On the ball
aren't
and
they?
everything.
Fantastic.
I'm very dairy.
I better keep up then, hadn't I?
Not used to it. I'm just not used to it. So I tell you what, let's give you the deal then. You're going to get the gas torch, you're going to get the block, and you're also going to get 25 pieces of your cutters. Now those cutters include your flower cutters, your pears. Wow. Oh, is that going to work? Oh, it might work. Your heart. And you're going to get all of the 5, of course, different variant shapes. Stars. And then your rounds as well. I'm not going to even try and stand up the rounds. It's not even going to happen, is it? I can stand up one maybe. You're going to get all of these different cutters, all of the different shapes, 5 of each size, 5 of each shape, in different sizes, think about it. Round stars, hearts, pears and flowers, all for one price tag. So the gas torch, the block and the shapes, these are pretty much an essential to finish off what you need to achieve within this guest designer slot. Yours for the taking for just £15.85. Well, you could pay that for just the cutters.
And the cutters, yes. Yeah. Because you know,
Hang on a minute, that's not even the price.
Oh, isn't it? Ah. Ooh, oh, that's a treat, isn't it? It's a bargain.
Seriously, I went in to, my sister's having a big party for her 40th birthday, and it's not even going to be a birthday party, she's calling it a birthday wedding
Your
now.
much older sister.
Much older sister, yes. No, sadly not that much older. But she's having this big party, so she decided not to just have it as a birthday party, she's having a birthday wedding. So everything that you would expect to see at a wedding is effectively what she's doing for her birthday party, including favours and all of this type of thing. Well, yes, you know, and in fact she decided not just to celebrate on 1 or 2 days, my sister's celebrating the whole of the year. So we've got lots of things happening throughout the year while she's 40, and one of them is obviously this party, and so we've gone to quite a few of the, you know, the craft shops and things like that, because she's wanted to get paper things and she's wanted to get little boxes and all of this stuff. So I've gone with her. I never knew the price of cutters could be. It's extortionate.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Like one cutter can cost you £10, and what? It's a cutter. It's a piece of metal that cuts things out. Surely it doesn't need to cost £10.
Let me tell you my experience of starting out with silver clay many years ago, and I went to this cake decorating shop and I thought I'll buy lots of little cutters, and I came out of there having spent £100, and I was thinking this hobby is going to be so expensive because you just couldn't get hold of these things without them being premium, you know, because they weren't easy to find and it's a specialist thing. And I think we've really brought this to a wider audience now. I remember when we launched these, I was so excited. I was on the line ordering a load of them for my workshops.
But I think that's in particular because it's not just the larger cutters, because the larger cutters are one thing, but the smaller cutters for jewellery, so nice to get, as you've done, the charms that are just perfect for little drop earrings. You really do have that look. That £12.95 is all you pay.
And then at Christmas we made some little biscuits, me and my daughter, with the bigger ones.
Oh, did you?
So, yeah. So we washed them first, obviously.
Of course. Biscuits or the cutters. Right.
Biscuits, of course. Okay.
So how do we get started?
All right. I have a piece of Teflon sheet here that I'm rolling out onto. Now you can roll out onto a craft mat as long as it's a smooth surface. And you're going to put some clay balm onto it it acts as a resist, so it stops your clay from sticking to
That's really important
surface.
to remember, isn't it, that balm?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's brilliant. And we sell this on the website individually as well. So
it smells lovely.
It always smells lovely. It smells of lavender, and my goodness, we need it, don't we? I think this is the year when I'm going to be serene. I've been saying this every year, but 2014 is my serene year, so I've got lots of balm lavender around.
I'd never even suggest that I was going to be serene.
Well,
I just think that's it's
you
never
can work your way up to it, can't you?
Or down.
I'm
not sure.
Yes. And then I have got 2 piles of playing cards, and there's 6 playing cards in each pile, and I've sellotaped them together, Vicky, just to stop them from rolling around everywhere.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say 6 playing cards is because the copper and bronze clays they're a different breed to the silver. The silver is a very elegant metal to work with. It's kind of no fuss. It seems to be able to, you can even roll it down to 1 playing card thick in some cases I've seen once you've experienced. But what I found with the copper and the bronze clays is that they need to have substance, because there's something about the makeup of it that it really needs to be thicker.
It needs to be thicker.
Yes.
Because standardly with silver clay we will often go to 4 to 5 cards, and that's as thick as we need it to be. But we're heading 6 just to have
cards,
that.
Yes.
And for those of you who watch it for the first time, going, why they're doing playing cards? It's always been that way, hasn't it? The thickness of the playing card. It's just always been the way of leveling it. Somebody was talking to me the other day, and it was one of our producers had just walked in, and we were talking about the different things that we had available on our website. And I went, I've just found playing cards. Why would we have Jewellery Maker playing cards? Is everybody poker? What do you do? And actually, no, it's to do with the thickness. So silver clay and metal clay are all, the gauging of the actual clay is created by the thickness of the playing card, isn't
so you can have the many thickness you want to. And when we're gemstone setting, we have 10 playing cards thicker for the height of the gemstone and all of that kind of stuff, which is why I like using playing cards rather than having slats. You can get slats and frames of different thicknesses, but so much easier because you're in control. And you can play patience while you're waiting for your clay to dry.
And I've got the Teflon sheets available there, 10 centimetres square, 10 pieces in total. So the Teflon sheet that you can see Natalia working with is available on our website, but available for you live today for 1 price tag. Just £8.95. So that works out at 89 pence for each little section. And actually, you work with those in a different times and different ways with silver clay.
Yeah, you do. And I would advise you to get them because a lot of people use so many different mediums. They're using the metal clay, silver clay, polymer clay.
I use mine with
resin,
enamel.
Enamels.
Yeah, I use mine with the enamel quite a lot.
Absolutely brilliant, and such good quality as well. So once we've got that, this is our kind of rolling out station. You need a little mini roller. And then we've got the clay. So I've opened a packet of clay up. I'm just going to show you now that the pieces that I've made, my sample pieces, I've made them with copper clay.
Let me put them here and then we can relate to them.
And to be fair, the copper clay and the bronze clay, once they fire, they don't look that much different. What I would say is that the copper clay tends to have a little bit more of a pink look to it, but they do look different when you take it out of the packaging. So this is what the bronze clay looks like. And if you've ever made mince pies over Christmas, or you've been making biscuits like I was, you seem to have so much pastry, and you seem to be rolling and cutting, and it seems to go on forever. And this is exactly what this is like, because once you've rolled it out, scrunch it back up again, keep rolling. You said that's when it goes on. And you were shocked. You were saying you've used a third of a packet for all of that. Well, I probably had excess as well.
Gosh.
From the third.
That's really impressive.
This is what it looks like. It's going a little bit oxidized there just because I've had the packet open for a while. So if you are working with your clay, best thing to do is to keep it out of the air. So once you open it up, make sure you wrap it up really tightly and it's airtight, because this is the difference between silver clay and copper and bronze clays. The copper and bronze clays react to oxygen in the atmosphere. The silver clay doesn't, because it's just pure silver in there.
Right. Yeah, because they oxidise then, one presumes, because that's the whole point of
that's it, exactly.
the metal, isn't it,
yes,
when it oxidises?
Yeah, but that has its own wonderful qualities. So that's the difference in colour. The copper clay looks more like a terracotta clay would, like earthenware. You were laughing. You're saying it looks interesting.
I was waiting
colour.
for you to describe what it looks like. I was thinking, don't look at me. Don't look at me to try and describe that.
I'm trying to find wonderful expressions.
I was going to say,
what does it look
I'm
like?
not sure I could find a good word to describe it,
It
so
looks
I'm glad you didn't
maybe
ask me
like
to.
the dog that goes and does interesting things down the side of my house. So anyway, so we put that onto the Teflon. I'm glad that's cheered you up.
That has cheered me up, thank you.
So put that onto the Teflon and roll it out. Now, as you can see, it's not that, I wouldn't be happy with the texture of that, because it does look a little bit crackly and lumpy.
Mottled, yeah.
Yeah, so what you can do is you can add a little bit of liquid glycerin to it to make it smoother, make it a nice consistency. Because if you have the kind of rougher the clay looks when you've rolled it out and dry it,
Yes.
that's what you'll get. With
So
your
the
end
texture
product.
that you're finished with is the texture that you'll get resulting once you've fired it.
Once you've fired
it won't smooth
what
out
it
or
will
anything
look
like that.
like.
So
Yeah.
sorry, what did you? Liquid glycerin, did you say?
Liquid glycerin, yeah, I've got some here actually.
Okay.
It's a really dog-eared bottle because
That's
I just been...
what you use when you've got a cough.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I'm going to actually just pop this back into the cling film and just show you. So literally, I only put like a little dot of it.
why?
Well, it's got this kind of silky smooth kind of addition to the clay, basically.
That's why it's good for your throat.
It sort of coats your
it
throat,
coats your throat, doesn't it?
And it does the
so
same
you just
with
buy the
clay.
same thing that you get from the counter.
Unscented. You can use this with Sugarcraft, to make sugar paste.
Huh? But you wouldn't get it over the counter, would what, in the chemist?
Yeah.
Is that where you've got yours from?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. But not the lemon one, just the plain.
Not
glycerin.
anything that you would take, that's scented or,
Sorry,
coloured.
it just made me laugh so much. In my ear, apparently we've got multiple texts of people commenting on both of our tops today, and people are wondering where we get them from.
We're so cheerful today.
We are.
Obviously, we didn't exchange notes on dress today.
Not
to
this
be honest, I
time.
think you're reminding me of a flowery field,
Aww.
summertime.
Can I just say mine's several years old? I can't even tell you where it's from
Well,
because it's that old.
mine is from a shop where, see if you can guess this. The beginning of it is 2 letters, and there's lots and lots of different brands in there, and they're all kind of scrunched together, and you have to root.
I know
That's the
exactly
kind of
what
shopping
you mean.
I like.
Is that the kind of shop? Oh no,
I love rooting.
I don't have time.
I haven't got a great texture with this, I have to say, and I think it's something to do with the aircon in the studio. But I'm going to cut my shapes out, so I wouldn't be happy with the texture of this.
But if you left it like that, you could actually, that could just be the texturing of your metal.
It could,
couldn't
yes,
it?
yes.
It's not like it's the right or the wrong.
No, if you wanted it, I wanted it to be smooth and beautiful and perfect. But I'm going to show you how to do that anyway. So if you did end up with this, there is a way around it.
Okay, cool.
So I want to show you the little cutters and then cutting the shapes out. So we've got the star and the circle here. So what I did was I said sun, moon, stars and hearts randomly thrown in, because the hearts come in because it's so romantic when you look at the moon and the stars and the sun, isn't it? So then the hearts are the kind of...
My husband and I went on our honeymoon to Hawaii, and he took me to the very top of the volcano on the main Hawaiian island. And he took me there, and I sat in the car, and I was like, he didn't tell me what we were doing, but it took ages and ages. You had to actually climb up to the mountain and through the clouds in the car. I said, and what you do, why didn't he said, just sit and wait. I was like, okay. And I sat and waited. So I was like, right, Pete, I've had enough now. I think it's time to go, we want to. And he went, let's just get out. And we got out, and it was like, honestly, I felt like I was a spaceman, because the night had just turned and the stars, and it was like somebody had just gone click, and the stars just went woof.
Wow.
And everywhere you look.
It's like a carpet of stars.
It was extraordinary, and I could you know when you can see an image in your head, like certain snapshots in your life, that is a snapshot of my life of seeing those stars. So it is a romantic thing, so I like that it's got a heart.
Isn't it?
Yes, we'll have hearts as well as stars.
And we want a lot of romance in
Romance,
2014.
Valentine's. It's
I
not
do.
that long away.
That's what I've cosmically ordered, a lot of romance
Have
in
you?
2014. It's on its
I
way.
wish it on you.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm making this. So, okay, so we just cut the little shapes out, and you need to put a little bit of balm on your cutters, and we're using the tiniest shapes here, so you're going to get a lot, you know, just out of one piece of clay. Now I want to show you how to do, so we've got the sun shape is obviously the round cutter. I'm going to take that away, and then we're just left with our shapes. And then if you want your half moon, this is what you do. So don't say, oh, we haven't got a half moon cutter in with the kit of shapes. So what you do is you just take the edge of your circle, and depending on how steep you want your angle of the moon, is it waxing and waning, isn't it? Is this when it's...
That's cute.
When it's waxing and waning is the kind of, what is it, waxing on the right and waning on the left? I can't remember. Somebody tells me every time and I forget.
Not a clue.
Okay, and so that's how you create your little half moon shape.
So you're literally just cutting out with the
edge of that.
One of the interesting things is that in many ways these earrings are very much, they're like little charms, aren't they? Little charm earrings. And I love the idea of being able to create your own charm detail. I think charm bracelets are one of the nicest ways of being able to tell your own story. You know, so obviously I've just told you about my honeymoon and how spectacular it was, and these very much sum up that experience for me. But with silver clay and with the bronze clay, you could create your own charms that could tell your own story. So if there's something that you wanted to remind yourself of, just like a charm bracelet does, you know, it could literally tell those snapshots of your life. You could create in the antique bronze finish, or you could create, you know, different charms in the different finishes to really make a personalised piece of jewellery for yourself, or as a gift for somebody. Maybe you know somebody who's, you know, momentous birthday like my sister, and you go, oh, actually, what a nice way of being able to give that very personal effect by doing charms like this. And you've just shown how quick it can be to capture different charms and create a different look altogether.
Super simple. And so. And in creating these tiny shapes, so this is what you were saying about coming back to the cutters, getting these sizes, these tiny little sized cutters, that people are most concerned about firing. That is the #1 concern, the thing that maybe puts an obstacle in the way of people taking this up more seriously and making more jewellery with it. And when you fire shapes this size, it's almost like you can't go wrong. It's got less surface area to worry about. Getting the piece hot enough is one of the biggest problems with firing. And we say about the size of the torch that we're selling here that we need to keep things smaller than a 50p piece and no thicker than that. So with these tiny shapes, you can actually fire 3 or 4 of them together at the same time. Or if you're not confident, you just want to fire one at a time, you really don't need to worry, because it is literally foolproof.
Hurrah for that.
That's why I chose this, because I thought I'm going to show. And I lowered the firing length of time when I was firing different charms, just to see how long I could get away with the torch. And I was actually getting away with 6-minute firing times rather than 12 minutes, which is what I would recommend for a larger piece. So if you're firing one at a time, they're small enough that you can fire them for 6 minutes.
So to talk about the fire, are you going to talk about that now?
I will.
Because in some ways, the only time that I've ever done the firing with you is with silver clay.
Yes, which is super easy.
Yes. This time it's exactly the same principles, but we're with direct the torch. So you can't actually with the bronze and the copper clay, you can't do it over the Bunsen. You have to do it with the torch. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So. Bronze clay needs a minimum firing temperature of 800 degrees centigrade.
Wow.
And copper clay needs a minimum temperature of 920 degrees centigrade, so it's pretty hot. So our gas torch fires at 1,000 degrees centigrade.
Hence, that's why it's
That's why we need a gas torch.
Got you.
A gas hob will only fire at 650 degrees centigrade, 700 at the most, so it's not hot enough.
Right.
So
that's why we need to have the torch and do a direct torching to each one of your individual charms.
Yes, and then another thing that people often worry about, and that they message me about constantly, so if you've ever thought this, if you message me, you're not alone, everybody's saying the same thing, can I melt it? I'm really worried about putting
Melting
the torch.
it, yes.
I've tried to melt it. I can't melt it. I want to get a melted effect on it, and with that torch I can't do it.
Okay.
So the colour that you're aiming for is, you aim your torch, so imagine this is one of my sun shapes.
And I
I'm
put it
going
on
to
the
put
block.
that onto the block.
Yeah.
So I'll get my gas torch. You need to fill it up with gas. So you do that by turning the torch over, and you'll see there's a little opening there.
Yeah.
Like a little button, and that connects with, there's a little opening at the top of your canister of gas, which you can buy in all good DIY stores and camping shops. And you want a mixture of butane and propane. And that's not as difficult to get as it sounds. That's the most common
That's
gas
standard
that
though,
you're
isn't it? I was
going
going to say, when we go camping, that's what you get. Yeah.
Exactly. So you take your canister, take the lid off it, and connect the end of the canister with this little button here. So you keep that upside down and your can pointing downwards. And you'll hear it hissing, you'll feel the barrel getting cold as the gas goes in, and then once it gets full it starts to spit everywhere, because basically the gas is overflowing.
Yeah.
So take it away.
Okay.
Do it outside if you can. It's a good idea just to do it in an airy place, so that you're not somewhere where there's low
Don't do
flame.
it in an enclosed space.
Yeah, in the kitchen you've got your cooker on and your gas hob on. And then the other thing to say is to just leave the gas to settle. Don't start firing straight away. Leave it for 10 minutes for the gas to disperse in the air, and also for the gas to settle in the canister, because that's really important.
Okay.
And likewise, if you've been traveling with this and it's been moving around, it's happened to me. I had a little fireball in the studio when I demonstrated this first, because it had been in my car, sort of rolling around in the boot. And
let the gas settle.
Yes.
That's good advice.
Just be really careful, be very safe, tie your hair back, don't have any kind of bits trailing, scarves, anything like that. And then once you start, you turn your gas on by turning it anti-clockwise and press the ignition.
Okay.
And then it will light, and then you can control it up and down, but put it on its highest setting. And then you want to keep your flame. There's probably about a 3-inch gap between the end of my torch and the piece of metal clay that needs to be
And how you're
fired.
holding it there, you're coming in at an angle.
At an angle. I don't want to be like that, that's dangerous, because the flame is actually coming back and it can melt this.
Okay.
So you need to do it at an
At
angle.
an angle, okay.
So that there's no heat kind of coming back on the torch. And then I circulate the torch like that. And you want the piece glowing bright orange. Your minimum colour you want it is the colour of this canister. So it's not the colour of the barrel on your torch, then it's not hot enough. And you need to make sure that you're getting it to a bright red, or at least a bright orange glow. If it goes yellow, which would be hard to do with this gas torch, I have to say, but if you're using a bigger torch, if you've got, hubby's big plumbing torch that you're using, you can get it to glow yellow, and then that's trouble. Because if it's glowing yellow, it's at the melting point.
And we do have tutorials, exact tutorials using the canister available on our website. So if you do want a step-by-step instruction with Natalia and myself, I believe it's the two of us working together, showing you how to safely create the look, and use the torch
to see the colour,
the colour, etc. So you do have access to that on our website at JewelleryMaker.com. Go to the bottom pane, it says tutorials. Click on that, and then it'll give you that perspective and give you the exact step-by-step, so you can work with Natalia and do your first burning and your first what's it classified as? What would you call it?
Firing.
Firing. I knew that wasn't. I knew burning wasn't right. That's my sound effect.
Yeah.
But you'll get step-by-step instruction there, and it is available. And the good thing is that we also have a DVD, and we're going to talk about a little bit more about that later on.
Okay. All right, so going back to the piece, before we get to the stage of firing, just to point something out to you, you need to make sure that you've done all of the finishing on the piece, that it's in a good shape, that you're happy with how tidy and neat it is, and it has holes in it, because it's a lot harder to actually sort the metal out once it's fired than it is at this stage, because at this stage it's nice and easy to work with. It's quite it's like a piece of ceramic clay, so it's soft.
And that's my question. So you know how you'd rolled it out, you'd cut it out, and it was still really soft.
Yes.
If you put it to one side, would that start to harden then?
Yes, it will start to, the water evaporates and it starts to dry out.
How long?
If you're speed drying it, you need to speed dry it for about 3 hours, 2
What
to
does
3
speed
hours.
drying mean?
So putting it in a cool oven of about 80 degrees on a baking tray with the Teflon, or putting it on a radiator, any warm place where you've got about 80 degrees.
Okay, and then once it's speed dried, then I need to start to do all the bits and
refine
pieces.
it, yeah. So we've
Right.
got some little sanding sponges, so they come in the metal clay starter kit. I believe we can buy these individually as
you
well on the
can, yeah.
website. So what you do is any kind of little jaggedy edges, you run your finger around the edge of it and just use your sponge just to smooth those off. And because we haven't got a texture on here, we didn't put a texture on it, I would do the face of the piece and the back of the piece because I want the back to look as good as the front. With this, it's going to move around, so if you've got the back is a bit crackly and not so great looking, but the front looks perfect, you know, you're going to be worrying about you wearing earrings, you're going to be seeing them, aren't you? So you want to make sure
every
it's
aspect
good.
of,
Yeah.
and you chose not to put a pattern and a print on because
I wanted it smooth and shiny. Because I
you
wanted to
could
make
if you
life
wanted
as
a pattern.
easy as possible, and I just like the idea of them being like that. The
I agree.
simplicity of it, of the design.
But if you wanted to, you could put patterns and prints on via your texture sheets and things like that, eh?
Absolutely, yes. And I'm just going to put this because this is the macrame board and I don't want to mess it up because I'm one of the messiest guest designers there is.
No,
I think me and Hannah
are you?
Oxbury with all the
No.
enamels and
No,
stuff.
no. Really?
Everything's got stains all over it. And, so I don't think I'm very popular when it comes to everybody with all the neat and tidy stuff. So what I've done here is, if you want to, that's pretty good. The surface of that is really nice. But I've got one that, this is a heart shape that I cut out. So you can see the back of it. I don't know if we can pick that up.
It might be worth just talking. Yeah, that's perfect. Camera too. That's brilliant. Thank you, Natalia.
Can you see it's, oops, it wants to dive off my hand.
Oh, it's got a crack.
It's got a crack in it because it was a little bit crumbly. Sometimes when you cut it, you know, you roll out, the top looks okay, and then the underneath of it's a little bit, you know, marked.
I do that with pastry.
Yeah, and so you know it's fine, but because I'm being a little bit, you know, fussy and I want it to be lovely, I've mixed some of my clay with a little bit of water to make a slip, to make a gooey gungy. It's like chocolate.
Does
Isn't
look
it?
like
melted
chocolate
But
fondue.
don't talk about chocolate. I can't have chocolate ever again now after this Christmas. Eating my own body weight in rubbish. The calories I was consuming, it was, you know, legendary.
The joy of Christmas.
Yes, I know. And so I'm just using a craft tool. You could use a cocktail stick and then just smooth it with your finger if you wanted to. And so putting a little layer of this on there, and then I literally just wipe it with my finger. So it's like grouting. And then you've covered up your seams and any kind of messy bits.
And when it's on your hands, when you've got the clay on your hands, do you just use a baby wipe or something like that to wipe it off?
I have baby wipes around and wipe it off, because if you did leave it on your hands, the chances are, you know, you need to eat something and then, you know, you're ingesting copper or bronze, which you don't want to do. And also,
thanks.
When I'm working with it, so I spend days working with this stuff because I'm preparing for shows, I'm writing a book at the moment, and then my hands get absolutely impregnated with it. And at the end of the day, my hands feel as though they're kind of ringing a little bit. So make sure you keep washing your hands and wiping it off.
Okay, just to keep on top of it.
Keeping a good habit of doing that, yeah.
Just to highlight the fact that Natalia has just mentioned that she has a book that she's writing at the moment,
Yeah, I am.
but actually she's already written a book and a DVD as well that she's created specifically for those of you who are looking to really develop not just your metal clay but your silver clay creations. So we have DVDs here, as you can see, a DVD and also the book, and this is Natalia giving you all of the guidance and all of the inspiration that you could possibly want. Now the book is all based on silver clay, as is the DVD, but to top it off, you're also going to get the metal clay DVD, so you are going to get a lot of inspiration. How long's your that must take ages, that silver clay one.
Yes, it goes on and on and on.
I was just going to say,
Like
because
me.
you've got 14 chapters, including work with clay, textured earrings, leaf shape earrings, pendants, drying your pieces, preparing your pieces for firing, preparing for repairing breakages, different ways for you're firing silver clay, finishing and polishing, creating aged effect. That's quite a lot in a DVD.
I did. I made sure that you got everything in there, packed all in, and then there's 3 really intensive projects as well.
That's on the DVD itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to get a lot, and then obviously our metal clay DVD, an hour long of tutorials, step-by-step instruction, so you can see there. And to top it off, the book, and I will just have a quick flick through so you can see that it's all not just about words, but it's also about photos, which I think for this kind of technique is so important, to be able to see what's going on, and you get that, and you can see project-based step-by-step instruction. Oh,
so there's 22 projects in there. So I was going to put 25 in. I didn't have enough room. And the first half of the book is all about techniques to get you started, and all of the really essential things you need to know about how, you know, which gemstones you can fire, you can't fire, all of that kind of stuff, and then the projects.
So you get the book, you get your silver clay DVD and the metal clay DVD. Oh. Now the graphics kind of give the game away a little bit about what we're about to do. The graphics are pretty much doing my job for me today. 40% off Natalia's book and DVDs.
Ooh,
it couldn't be any more literal.
I know, it's a good deal though, I'll tell you.
Well, I hope it's definitely, you know what I don't like, and Pip knows this because I tell everybody all the time, I don't like it when people advertise something that they don't actually then do. You definitely. Okay, he's just triple checked because he didn't want to then say it's definitely happening. 40% off Natalia's books and DVDs. So the price tag that you should be paying is £34.35.
I don't look at this price now because I'm not good at maths, so I can't work out 40% off that. You're going to be bold and try and do it.
I was going to, and then I thought, oh, do you know what? I'm too tired.
Did I put
no,
you on the spot?
£34.35 is not the price you're paying. Let's take 40% off that price tag, which takes you to £20 something. It must be about £20, is it? Am I right? £20? Oh!
Well, let me tell you, when the book first came out, it was £17. So that's a pretty good deal, that is.
Oh, let me just tell you that the DVD on its own is £4.95.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you don't think about it.
No.
Don't think about it. £20.61, a full 40% discount. I mean, surely 2014 is the year that heralds are beginning to explore a brand new discipline, something that so many people talk about it, especially on the Wall of Fame. You know, I'm looking forward to my next project I'm going to do is silver clay or metal clay. And there's a lot of people who talk about it. This is actually the kind of deals that says, stop talking, now let's do it. Let's get on with it. Yeah. 2014 is the year to stop procrastinating and get going on silver clay and metal clay. We can see how simple it is, and it is just that first step, I think, into a discipline like this.
It is, and you know what, people, there is not a single person that has come on one of my workshops who doesn't go out of the room going, I know I'm going to make this, I'm going to make that, and get so excited about it. It really does, it captivates you.
And rightly so.
Yeah,
rightly so. If you would like to join us, £20.61 is all you pay. 40% off Natalia's books and DVDs. If you want to join us, not surprising to hear that we have sold a lot of this book.
Good. I need you. Do you know what? My greatest wish is that everybody gets this, but they actually see the value in, you know, because this is kind of all the pain that I've gone through of trying to find out this information. People asking me these questions, I'm going, I don't know, I'll find out, and I've put it all in there.
So this is answering all of the questions that you've got. Oh, that's a cool one. What does the fox say? Ning, 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 ning. Anyway. Sorry, just me getting down with the kids.
Yeah, you're so cool.
I'm so cool. My children love me so much. Mummy, 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 what does the fox say?
I don't think they say cool anymore. I think they say sick, don't they?
Yeah, I can't say that though. It just feels wrong.
No, I can't say that. But even though I just did.
I just can't. It just feels wrong. Do you say, Jessie? Jessie's got a little girl as well. Are you still a cool dad, Jessie? Are you a cool dad? She's too young. I know, that's the thing I'm quite enjoying. I think at some point I'm going to hit that where I'm not cool anymore.
I think it's about 10 years old. Suddenly you're the biggest embarrassment ever. And so I revel in being embarrassing. I just try to be as embarrassing as possible, and luckily I succeed.
That's it, Jessie, we've got it sorted now. Right? When they get to 10, just flip it. Just
go
go, I'm
with it,
going to be
go
that
with
embarrassing mother. You could be that embarrassing mother, Jessie. You could do that. Be the embarrassing mother. Exactly.
Mother, yeah.
£20. Took you a while there. £20 and 60.
She has a beard as the embarrassing, but my mother's got a beard.
My mum's forgotten to shave. £20 and 61 pence is all you pay. Congratulations. Fantastic. Right then.
Okay, well, where were we?
Yes. I tell you what I wanted to know. I wanted to know about putting little bail in, or a hole for.
Yes, because we don't actually need a bail because we've got these fantastic head pins in your bundle there.
Yes, and the sterling silver. So you get these. Let me hold that out while Tanny's getting her bits. So you're going to get, as part of the bundle, your 95 sterling silver findings. You will get your head pins. Now, of course, don't forget, you got within this bundle a full pack of sterling silver, including your heart-shaped chain. You then got, alongside that, 10 metres of your gold copper chain, and you also got the bronze clear, all together for one price tag. So on the bottom of the screen there, SMGC64 is the code, and it comes in at just £29.95. Should have been over £40, I think I'm right to say. Was it £40? 85 pence. Thank you. £40, 85 pence is the price you should be paying. You got your findings, you got your chain, and you're also going to get your bronze clay, all for just £29.95. So a good £10 saving there. If you want to join us on that one, it is available. I don't know what quantity, but not a huge amount. So you're working with the head pins.
Working with head pins. So I want to make a hole, and so when you've got your different shapes, you need to decide whereabouts you want your hole. With the sun shape, it's easy because you don't really have much choice, because you just have a circle shape. With the hearts, I like to do this jointy angle. And then if you're doing symmetrical earrings, you want one on one side, one on the other.
Yeah, okay.
With the star shape, my star shape has gone a bit crumbly, but I tend to go in between. So where the point.
Oh, you don't do it in a point?
Don't do it in a point because the points are weak. So where you have corners, where you have points, they're vulnerable. You need to go in about ½ centimetre from the edge, so 5 millimetres from the edge. And you could use a cocktail stick just to make a hole. This is the bead reamer, and I've got some little.
That's in the large toolkit.
Yes, that's right. So a lot of you will already have this.
Yeah.
And I've just got some little drill bits to go in the end there, because this one screws.
Yeah.
And then you can add your drill bits. And the key to doing little drilling, or if you've got a Dremel, you could do it as well, but you have to be very careful with it, is to go with a small drill bit and go gently.
Straight in.
So just doing it, and you'll see what happens is, hopefully.
So you're doing this after it's been hardened?
After it's dried out,
okay.
Yeah. And then go through, and then you can maybe go up a size if you wanted to, because this is going to shrink. It's going to shrink about 5%. So my head pin goes through there effortlessly.
Yeah.
Now that will be okay. That will be big enough. So even with shrinkage, I'll be able to get that through there.
And that's what you need to check, because what percentage does it shrink by?
5%.
5%.
Yes. So it's not a huge amount. Silver clay shrinks by 8%. So you've got a bigger problem there. But the silver's soft, so you can actually make the hole bigger when it's fired. It's not as easy with the copper because it's very strong.
So we just want to make sure that the hole that you're creating is not just large enough to take while it's pre-fired. You don't want it to be, just about fitting the head pin, and you need a little bit more space so that when it does shrink, you've still got that space to take the head pin.
Absolutely. So then we do our firing. We've done everything. We've got holes. We've got them all gorgeous and sanded and smooth.
Yes.
We fire them. Then after firing, when you're doing small pieces like this, what you don't need to worry about fire scale, because when you've got your firing brick set up and you're firing, you need to make sure that you've got a tray of water in front of you, cold water. So I use a baking tray that I no longer use in my kitchen. Where you've kind of used it to death and it's gone really kind of dark and horrid. So fill that with cold water and put it in front of your firing brick. So I tend to fire on my gas hob because it's an area that can take heat.
So if I had my block there,
I have a baking tray.
You would bake tray there?
There in front of it, yeah.
Okay.
So butt it right up to the edge of there.
Right.
And I have a pair of tweezers or a fish slice or something like that, tongs. So when I've got to the point where I've finished firing, I set a timer these little pieces, you just need to fire for 6 minutes from the point that they reach the colour that you want them to.
So when they go red to orange, that
6
brightness,
minutes
6 minutes needs
for
to
each
start
individual piece. If you're going to fire a few at the same time, if you're going to put 3 or 4 pieces together, so you could, if you wanted to, like this, you could actually fire those together like that. That would be okay to fire with that gas torch.
6 minutes again?
But you would do 12 minutes because you've got a few. So
okay.
it's up to you how you do it. And then once your timer goes off, you've done your 6 minutes, you flip. So keeping the heat concentrated on the piece, using your implement, flip it into the water.
Oh, right.
So, and then turn your gas torch off.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Well, the minute it goes into the water, it just quenches all the heat out of it. Yes, don't touch it at that point. And don't try and handle it, just literally scrape it into the water. When it comes out of the water, it will look a little bit darker, so it won't be this beautiful shiny colour that you've got. You need to brush it then, so you don't need to pickle it because it won't get any fire scale on it. And this is what you end up with, Vicky. These are the pieces.
So when you say brush it, do you mean with that burnishing brush?
The brass brush, the wire brush that you get in we sell them individually on the website as well, those brushes.
Okay.
But you get them in the silver clay starter kit, you get them in the copper and bronze clay starter kit.
We are going to do the starter kit as well, so if you're going, but I don't have that brush and I don't know what you're talking about, I will go through that and I will give you the chance to get that, so don't worry about that.
So you brush them and then they look like that.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Isn't that amazing? So I'm going to show you the before and after. Look at that. Who would believe that it could go from that to that? And you can see the difference in size. Can you see how it's shrunk a little bit? Teeny bit.
So pretty.
But it becomes more elegant because it shrinks in every direction. It's a little bit thinner, it's a little bit smaller. Just lovely, just perfect for you to hang as charms on your chain. So to show you how to attach it to the chain, so I've used some of the heart-shaped chain in the earrings, and I've used it on the bracelet as well. For the necklace, that's like a lariat style, and I use that term loosely because I know it's not a lariat before everybody texts in and says it's not a lariat.
Yeah.
That I've used the toggle clasp. Can you see at the top that the round part of the toggle? And you put all of your chains through there before you add all of your shapes onto the bottom, before you attach them with the head pins. And then my lobster clasp, lobster clasp is connecting the toggle, so that's where you open it.
That's a really nice way to clasp and to create a design.
You can have variety then, can't you? Because I'm one of these people that, you know, some days I want a choker and it depends on what top I'm wearing. And then if I'm wearing, say, a dress or a jumper, you know, I want something maybe a little bit longer length, and so you can mix and match with that one. Gorgeous, what a great idea. So using a little bit of chain here, I'll show you how to attach one of your charms, and this is exactly what you would do for all of them. You could put a jump ring if you wanted to, but because we've got the head pins in here and we didn't have many jump rings, I just thought it was better to use the head pins because we've got so many of them, because they just look great. It's a little design feature with the ball on the end there. So taking my chain, and let's do a heart, shall we? Shall we have a heart? I think we should have a heart. So just going to pop your head pin through there. It doesn't matter what side you do it on, because remember I said we were making the back and the front so beautiful, so that they can move. Both good, aren't they? Yeah. And so I'm going to just take my head pin up so that it's flush and straight, flat against the back of my charm there. Move those out of the way and then you can see it better. And then take the end of my chain and just thread that through the end of my head pin like that. And then taking a pair of round nose pliers, I'm going to bend my head pin at a right angle like that, you see? And then I'm just going to take the top of the head pin back over the top of my round nose pliers like that. So you've got this kind of, can you see? You're kind of making almost that semi kind of, what's it called? Coil, turn, twist. What do we call it? I have no idea. My thoughts are escaping me. Anyway, a wrapped loop, that's it. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I knew what you meant.
And then, can you see, so we've kind of got the left-hand side of it, and I'm going to use my round nose pliers just to push it together. Whoops, like that. So we've almost got it pinched together. Yeah. Can you see there? And then I'm going to take my chain up So I've got my coil, my loop, sorry, and then what do we do with the end of the head pin? So the end of the head pin, excess wire, goes around the bottom of the ball like that and up the other side. So can you see it's now in a kind of U shape around the ball's holding it in place, and then take it back over itself again towards that kind of rounded bit of the heart, and then behind the loop that we created at the top of the head pin. You can use some pliers to do this, or you can use your finger, whichever you want to do. It's kind of easier to use your finger in a way because it's nice and soft. And just bend it like that, and that will hold it in place really securely. And so you can take that excess wire all the way around. I won't do it because I'll be fiddling with it and you won't be able to see what I'm doing. Or you can trim it off.
Let's have a look at this. If I hold these like that, then you can see.
So what I've done is I've literally, it's just like wrapping the loop at the top, and then the excess wire goes around underneath the little ball of the head pin.
It's like you're locking it in place, isn't it?
Yes, and then wrapping it around the top of the loop that you created.
Beautiful.
And it's a little design feature because you've got a little ball on your charm as well.
And so once you've done that variety of the different chains, you then just have the choice of how long you want to make the chain and how you're going to bring it together into the shepherd.
How many you want, what shapes you want together, because you might say, oh, you know, I want to have this kind of staggering of a star, a half moon, a sun and a heart, or you might want to have stars and half moons on one side and
gorgeous
hearts, and
because you could actually really mix it up and get the unison, but you could also get something a little bit different from each one of the pieces, couldn't you?
Yeah, you
know, each charm.
And the inspiration behind this is actually from the film Born on the 4th of July with Tom Cruise, and there's a lady in the film, and she's called Carrie Sedgwick, and that's the character that Tom Cruise is in love with. And he goes to see her when she's at university, and it's in the 60s, and she's a bit of a hippie, and she's wearing these beautiful earrings with little stars on them. And I saw it and I thought, oh, I had to stop the film and take a photo.
Did you?
I do that all the time. I'm so annoying. If anybody's watching a film with me, you have to just let it go. The fact that I will always be taking pictures of people wearing jewellery in films. Because it's so inspiring.
Just because you're inspired. That's where you get your inspiration, and that's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now then, I do have, and I'm just doing a little bit of a swab. Can you see I'm tidying? I'm doing some tidying, which is impressive. Look at this. Spring clean. Go on, Pete.
Look how strong Pete is. With one hand, he takes it away.
Look at that.
That could have all gone so wrong.
So wrong, and yet we were so slick there.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like we're professionals, eh, Pete?
Yep.
Right.
No pause in his voice there.
That's it. Now then, we have another deal for you. Is this... Am I allowed to say that, though? With this DVD? I really, really, really don't think you're going to like this. Okay, just look at the graphics.
Buy one, get one half price. Ooh. Ooh.
That's your DVD.
I do like this because it means more people are going to have it. Vicky, what you're saying? We want everybody out there making metal clay jewellery.
Hurrah. Hurrah for you. I couldn't agree more, because I know for a lot of people, once you get started into the likes of silver clay and your bronze and copper clay creations, once you get started, you just don't want to stop, and you're going to get that inspiration. You're going to get that instant, that gunshot of go with this DVD. This is your inspiration. You're going to get step-by-step instructions. You're going to get how to create pendants, earrings, two-dimensional pendants, as well as feature qualities. You're going to learn how to fire, which of course we've already been talking about, but you're going to get step-by-step instruction on the DVD itself. You're going to get, if I just turn it round, you're going to get the chance to see step-by-step instructions to create all of this jewellery, and you've got this DVD as part of a buy one, get one half price offer. £12.95. That's, for me, one serious deal on its own. I would happily, and you know me, I like a bargain, I like value for money. I'm somebody who's I'm a northern lass. I was brought up on northern markets, thrashing out bargains for turnips. So I know how to get a good deal. £12.95, so much technique, so much step-by-step tutorial, so much inspiration. That is already a deal at £12.95. However, when you buy this DVD today at £12.95, you have got another tremendous opportunity sitting alongside it. You're going to get 100 grams of your bronze clay for just £6.48, half price deal. If you want to join us, it's a go, go, go. The price you should be paying in total is £25.90, but for today only, this is a live exclusive offer. You know, we can't honour this price tag outside of this deal. Is just £19.43. You've got step-by-step instruction. You buy the DVD, you get the bronze for half price. You get the bronze clay. And one of the most amazing things about this deal is that once you get started on a technique like this, the world is your oyster. There is no boundaries to this kind of technique. I think Natalia's shown you just one element, but actually this DVD is going to give you multiple ways of working with this clay to get so much reward to your jewellery making, individuality and quality to your jewellery for £19.43. Congratulations, you got that. Loads more deals, and we're going to spring into action very, very soon. Keep watching.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B989HF.
Join guest designers Debbie Bulford and Rachel Norris to explore the endless possibilities of combining polymer clay and wirework. This DVD guides you through a variety of projects and will give you the inspiration you need to create your own designs. Advance your jewellery making and fuse your talents together with this amazing DVD. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Did you know that every individual gemstone in our Gems of Distinction collection goes through a 7-stage intricate process to get from the rough to a beautiful bead?
You can now keep in touch by following Jewellery Maker on Twitter. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
So I did make a promise that I would give you the chance to get the starter kit for our silver clay. So let's do that. This is the metal clay. I do beg your pardon. I think I said silver clay there. Metal clay starter kit. Comes in the presentation box, and everything that you're about to see comes as part of this deal. And this is, for a lot of people, the inspiration that they need. This is the thing that they need before anything else, apart from the decision that this is it, this is the time you want to give it a go. And if you've made that decision, then we're going to give you the chance. You do get, and this is what I like about us, is that we really think about this. You don't just get the ingredients, you don't just get the tools, you also get instructions as well. So you get step-by-step instructions on how to work with the things as well, so that you know that you're getting it right straight away. You're going to get 2 lots of your metal clay packs. That includes 100 grams of both the copper and the bronze. We're going to give you as well the 10 the 10 Teflon sheets. So you saw Natalia working with those Teflon sheets, so that's a perfect amount to be able to get lots of different diverse looks. You've seen, as you said, you get your playing cards. Those are how you work out the thickness. Plus you got the metal brush. Now Natalia did say that obviously before you then fire, you would brush your metal and get it to the finish that you want. That's the brush that you need for that. Oh, there's your little tweezers that we were talking about, that once you fired, don't touch the little piece of metal that you created, flick it straight into the water, and there's your tweezers to do so. Oh, your burnishing wand now. It just helps to finish off, adds a final flourish. You've got your continuous round cutter. No, oh, now what's the word? Seamless, that's the word I was looking for. No seam to the round, so when you are cutting out, you have that perfect finish to the round. Also adding in there your water brush and also the clay balm. We're adding in the pickling powder. Now then, we did talk about pickling powder, but we didn't actually. Pickling powder does what?
You know, I said to you about with these small pieces that they don't oxidize.
Yes.
Larger pieces, so pieces twice the size of what we've been making, would get a little bit of a scaly layer on it. So you just need to pop it in a solution using pickling. So a tablespoon of pickling into some hot water.
Right, and that just takes away that finish.
Will remove the
Interesting.
oxidizer
So you've got the pickling powder. You've also got your little acrylic sheet. You've got your sandpapers, which of course we've already seen that you need to use these so that you're adding that final finish to your jewellery. You've got your roller, and you're going to get your block and the torch. Now this is all one pack. This is all one deal, including, as you know, 200 grams of the clay, 100 of both the bronze and 100 of the copper clay. So you're getting all of this together, plus of course, as I say, the little instructions that come alongside it and the display box, all together for one price. Now, if we just go through, you can see here it says, this kit contains. Now just check out, and Bruce, we're going to go all the way along here because there's a lot to see. It's a bit like, you know, the generation game, Bruce, where you had to remember all of the things that you got, including the cuddly toy. Let's see how good you are, eh, Bruce? I'm going to go back and see if you can name all of these at the end of the show. You got here one wire brush, one snake roller, one mini roller, one agate burnisher. Move across. One pack of playing cards, one Teflon sheet times 10, one plastic tweezer, 3 sandpaper squares, one water brush pen, one large gas torch, one clay balm, plus one lot of 100 grams of bronze clay, plus 100 grams of your copper clay, and one pickling powder pack. Now, just say one Teflon sheet. I will just highlight the fact it is just one Teflon sheet. I think I've got a pack there, but it is just one Teflon sheet, I believe. That is everything within this. We're also going to give you the, are we doing the torch as well? Definitely. And the block? Definitely.
That always comes in stock.
Does it?
Yeah, that's why it's such a great kit.
That's amazing. I didn't realise the torch came with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your price should be and I'm starting to feel a little bit worried about what I'm about to say, should be 64. I think this is the biggest saving that we've done so far today. Biggest saving of the afternoon so far, £20 off your starter pack. You've got everything that you're seeing here, including the gas torch, including the block, including 200 grams of clay for just £44.95. Serious low pricing going on there. Extraordinarily low pricing. If you do want to join us, we have just had management approved pricing. A management approved price just come in on that one. £20 off. £20 is a lot of money. That is a huge amount of money to make savings on, isn't it? £20, $64.95 is the price you should be paying, but for today it is a live exclusive price tag. I can't honour this price outside of this deal. £44.95 is all you pay with the box and the clay and the sheets and the play packs and the clay. Literally everything you're seeing here is yours for just £44.95. Then when you consider that from one pack, we actually saw Natalia make 3 totally different separate pieces of jewellery, and she said she only used a third of the pack. So from that one pack, you could actually make 3 sets of jewellery. And then you've got another pack, which means you've got another 3 sets of jewellery. So 3, 6, 9, 18 pieces of jewellery, exactly like the jewellery that you've just seen Natalia create, for just £44.95. Amazing deal, absolutely fantastic. If you do want to join us, yours the time to do so. It was absolutely incredible. Congratulations. If you've got a phone in your hand, you need to keep it there. You can join us on the web as well. Plenty more deals. I tell you what, shall we kickstart the next one with a bit of a star buy? Let's kickstart the next section with a star buy. Okay, how about this? Star buy time, and we are kicking off our spring into action section. See, I think that this is the time where I know the weather has been pretty atrocious for the past 2 weeks or so, and I know a lot of people and a lot of parts of the country have been battered by the weather. I think we're all heading towards the focus being on springtime. I think we're all raring for that springtime. I don't think probably for a lot of us we've been quite it's not been snowy, it hasn't been really that, but the weather has been so incredibly traumatic for a lot of people that I think we are ready for springtime already, aren't we? We're focusing on spring, and here at Jewellery Maker, of course, as jewellery makers, we need to always have our eye on the next season along, and springtime is just around the corner. With that in mind, we're going to give you the springtime colours in this section, and in particular, we're kicking off those springtime vibes, and actually we're kicking off the summer and springtime look of the year in this one strand. Radiant Orchid is classified by Pantone, who are the colour gurus, as the ultimate colour of the year. The colour of the year 2014, Radiant Orchid. This is your strand to capture that quality. It is a brand new strand of Amethyst that we have for you here. Brand new, never been seen before. Arrived in the building, arrived in our vaults this morning, checked in late morning and on air now. That's how new it is to our vaults. Brand new. As soon as it was checked in, we had it to the studio to put it to air. That's how dedicated we are to getting you the look of the moment. Look of the moment, without doubt about it. This is going to be a tremendous treat. Brand new strand, and of course, take a look at the carat weight. 590 carats of amethyst that you are getting here. A huge gemstone. Not only is it the colour of the year, but on top of that, it's the gemstone of the year. This gemstone sat at number 2, just off the top post of labradorite for our gemstone of the year 2013, and I think it's 2 years in a row that amethyst and labradorite have thrashed it out as the gem of the year, and for many people this is it. This is actually the one that should hold the crown, the gemstone of choice. The colours are luminous. You've got the lightest of tones matched with the richest of tones, and that's what makes this amethyst strand so seductive. And I can now tell you, I can take this strand, brand new strand, under 20, under £15. Now, if somebody said to me, I'm going to take this under £15, I would instantly expect them to say it's £14.95. Whether that's me being a cynic, I don't know, but I would automatically go, well, if you've said under 15, you mean £14.99, because that's what I would expect, especially on this type of quality and definitely with this kind of carat weight. 590 carats, they are big feature nuggets, and I've already got a lot of people on the lines. I can already see a lot of people who are very much interested in what we're about to do. And even more interested when I say we're not just going to take a penny or even 5 pence off £15 and think we've done well. It's a brand new strand of amethyst, and you're about to get our biggest nuggets. Now, to my thinking, this is one of the biggest strands that we've got in the vaults right now for qualities and finish as well as size. This is as good as it gets. You're going to get 590 carats of your amethyst faceted nuggets for just $11.95. Now that's what we've got to remind ourselves on. You're getting the look of the moment, you're getting the size that's going to make impact, the quality, and the colour is going to most definitely radiate, and you've got that look for £11.95. You've got here an incredible arrangement of gemstones. I mean, what are we talking about? 10, 20, 30, probably well over 30 to 40 gemstones. And each one of those, how about if I did them as a hot rock? Each one of those could easily be a centerpiece. Look at the size of that. That could easily be a center gemstone on the hand. Just leave it on its own and let it be, and just have it as a center stone for a hot rock piece of jewelry. You've got yourself a real timeless look. £11.95. Tremendous opportunity. Natalia, when you look at a strand like this, brand new of course, so we know that we haven't seen anything like it before. Where does your creative juices go? What do you think of?
Well, when you were holding it on your finger, I was thinking before that ring, because just the shapes of them, they're just brilliant, aren't they? And they're a really good size. It wouldn't be too ridiculous as a ring, but it would be a real statement piece. I think it would be beautiful as earrings as well. Yeah, I want to separate it out. I want to see them individually.
Because the nice thing is that lots of the facets are quite large tables. Yes. So with that in mind, you could have one flat table to sit against the finger. You know, gorgeous. Or cufflinks.
Cufflinks would be amazing, wouldn't they?
Gents cufflinks. And of course, with it being February's birthstone, what a great way to just give somebody a gift. It doesn't have to be ladies' jewellery, it can be gents' jewellery as well, can't it?
Yeah.
Easily.
Valentine's Day, that's coming up, isn't it?
You are definitely feeling romantic, aren't you?
Oh, I am, aren't I?
£11.95 is all you pay. Now, I do want to show you two together, because two brand new stands that I have for you today, and they work absolutely in harmony. And if you want to go for colours of the season, you don't get much more harmonious than this complement. Another brand new strand to look forward to, lemon quartz coming your way. Of course, you've got your amethyst, and if I mix them together, wow. Now that really is fresh springtime result. Reminds me of like, you know, the iris, isn't a flower, the iris, where it's like the purple with then the flash of yellow.
Yes.
Am I right in saying that? That's iris.
Yes, and it reminds me of, you know, when all the crocuses start coming out, get the yellow and the purple together, and how beautiful that is.
Oh, springtime. It's not far.
No, it's not.
It isn't far,
Your
I
top's
promise
making me feel spring-like.
Is it?
At you, yeah.
Oh, I'm glad about that. Springtime. These are the colour of spring 2014, right? And as you can see here, it is a fantastic spectrum of colour. We're going to touch a little bit more upon this when we go into our Fashion Focus show, which is going to take place on the 15th of January. Myself and Natalia and Pip are already working towards it, and we're planning a showcase which really inspires you in terms of bringing colours together, but also bringing together different states of patterns and prints that you're going to see into spring and summer. We're just going to really go for it. We're going to talk about working with different materials, and you know, just see where we can really play with jewellery being an asset to your fashion for the spring 2014. Is that right?
And aren't they gorgeous colours though? Vicky. I mean, I'm so excited about these colours because there's a lot of jolly colours in there, but there's a lot of gentle tones as well.
I
Very
love this colour
elegant.
tone. And those two together, I mean, it's almost like labradorite. Now then, I will just highlight, I do have labradorite coming up as well. So for those of you who are looking at those colours going, oh, there's that labradorite, oh, isn't that colour? Yes, we've got it all. Right then, let's crack straight on with our spring into action. Spring into action, and I think you're going to have to spring pretty quickly onto a deal like this one. We have got your fantastic Moonstone. Moonstone that just has the most extraordinary ethereal-like quality, a beautiful texturing that takes you right into the ethereal halo-like tones. For me, it's got angelic textures about it, almost sillimanite-like beauty as well. Angel's dust of light reaction that just gives that radiance of something a little bit different to your jewellery. Another big combination of gemstones here, 9x4 to 17 by 8. They're not small, I tell you, they're not small. If you like the impact of size but still want that softness and freshness to your jewellery making, where you've definitely got the qualities in this piece, you can see how you've got this amazing schiller quality as well. Beautiful look, straight to it on the price tag, no dilly-dallying. And we're going straight down to £14.95. Lots and lots going on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Nearly 20 of these featured gemstones for just £14.95. Gosh, you can really see that light reaction, can't you? You can really see that illumination. Beautiful qualities. A really scintillating stone. And a nice palette to sit against other gemstones with, isn't it? You know, we often say neutral colours will adapt against other backdrops.
Make it so much easier for you to put them with your stash and all the other gemstones that you're working with. I'm just looking at those and thinking, I wonder what they'd look like with pearls.
What about if I put them alongside something like this?
I know, and so you wouldn't automatically put those together, would you? But they just work so well.
Oh, see, I just see that and go, yeah, that's just singing for me. That just like illuminates, just makes me want to smile. And when I look at the colours that, you know, that colour spectrum that is springtime, look at those colours. And now let me hold up this strand and let's just look at this section.
Kind of reminds you of a Moroccan market, doesn't it? Spices.
Oh, it does remind me. That's like paprikas and then, you know, all of those spices. Bruce, do me a favour and just show me the ladies as well, because we ladies don't like to see just half an outfit. You know, you've just shown me really the colour. I need to see the outfit. Come on. The boys, you see, it's boys.
I know, they don't understand,
They just want to see a little bit of the outfit. And we know what part of the outfit you want to see now, Brucey. He's shaking. Just sure, and it's just this section here because this is the graduate of colour that's Bruce has learned something today. The things that are taking place in spring, you are actually listening as well, Bruce, which makes me very proud.
I always listen.
You always listen because you wouldn't dare not. Interestingly, Bruce, right, take this on board. Colour range that you're going for springtime is very, very specific. Bright colours, but then blending them. Now look at the blends. Can you see, Bruce? You've got a range of colour here, Brucey. Let's go for the oranges, though. Let's not go. We don't need to go yellows. We don't. Oh, actually, no. Forget that, because there is yellows and there is pinks in this strand. Let's do it all. Can you see how the colours just match beautifully? Because there is some citrus colours right in the centre and they go really nicely with the citrus tones. That works, doesn't it?
So who knew Mother Nature was so fashionable?
She is very cool. She's so Dior, darling.
Yes, she is.
If you want to get the colour of freshness, vibrancy and a real excitement to your jewellery that really does cover the spectrum, you can see here all of the colours that really will capture, from the watermelon tones to the cherry, to the garnets, to the canaries. Magnificent look. Yours for the taking should be £11.95. Should be £11.95, but as you know, that's not the price that we're going to do. Brand new opportunity now. your deal, huge strand for £9.95. Going to go very nicely alongside the lemon quartz that we've got coming as well. That's going to add freshness. I mean, that really is singing to the hymn sheet that is springtime. That is the colour complements that are absolutely illuminating. That's it, isn't it? You get it? I feel like we're doing like our show in a week's time now.
Yeah, don't steal the thunder.
Exactly. £9.95. £9.95. Straight on. Where should we go to, Pip? Should we go to Can I go to the Peridot? Okay. I probably wasn't meant to pick this one up, but I had to go to the Peridot. Oh. I love Peridot. It is such a fresh gemstone, such a bright and bold gemstone. And we are about to go very low on the price tag. If you do want to join, you're getting your graduated faceted rondelles 3x1 to 5x3mm in this full 30 centimetres. Now again, I would suggest to you that we normally would do this as an 18 centimetre strand. This grade and this quality of Peridot would normally sit in an 18 if you were lucky centimetre strand, but we are at 30 centimetres and guaranteeing in that 30 centimetres clarity and quality. Most definitely for me, the strand of distinction grade of gemstones that you're seeing here should not be under £20, and yet it's definitely going under £20, but how low can we go? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 14.95. Spring into action on these deals. The deals are so good. We really are asking you to spring into action on those phone lines. I don't have a huge quantity around. We're already into limited stock on this one. So with that in mind, if you see it and you like it, we don't see a lot of Peridot. I will just say, we don't see a huge amount of Peridot. And when we do see it, I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it at this kind of price point for this length. A 30 centimetre length of Peridot for £14.95. Such a fresh quality to the gemstones, such a brightness and boldness and a real sense of rejuvenation. And of course, this gemstone, when it was first found, they first found it and thought that they'd found a Russian emerald. That's how vibrant and beautiful the stone was. But obviously in further investigation, it's actually an incredibly rare gemstone to find. A real treat. £14.95 is all you pay. Straight on to, ooh, look at the softness. Oh, how beautiful. See, and this is what you were picking up on. Some of the colours in springtime are really energetic and others are much more subdued.
You have this delicate palette mixed in with that, which is really good. Because you don't want it all to be so completely wild, do you? Because it's not wearable. It's not doable for some people.
For me, it's not. Yeah, I mean, this is, this colour is. This dress is probably as bold as I get. I'm much more comfortable in the darker tones or the more subdued tones. But here, I think really, this colour really does capture the feeling of all of the more neutral palettes down here, a little bit more of the softer tonal qualities that you're getting within this chalcedony. Your large top drilled nuggets, 13x4 to 24x8. They're not small. And as you can see, they're really light and fresh with a softness to them that sits so nicely against the skin tone. And this is going to be one of those deals where you're just going to better wear a strand like this. Utilize it to the very, very maximum you can, all for one price tag, and that price tag should be £14.95, but we all like it when I say should, because it's not the price you're actually paying. You got to spring into action because we're about to go to a never seen before price tag. £14.95 is not the price you're paying on your blue chalcedony large and top drilled nuggets. One price from £14.95 we plummet, never been seen before, at £11.95. If you do want to join us, now's the time to do so. You could do so on the phone lines, you can join us on the web, add to your order, spring into action and get those gorgeous soft colour tones, really lovely qualities. And I do think I do think you've got that gorgeous quality against that that ethereal quality of the rainbow moonstone as well. You know, again, that subtlety. And actually sometimes just getting a colour palette like that would just create something really delicate but bold as well.
Yeah, it's really striking, isn't it?
Yeah, gorgeous. Right, I have got a little bit of a tricky deal coming up, and I don't want to miss out on this, because once more, spring into action is what we're talking about, and you're going to have to spring into action in a big way. How about jump rings? But sterling silver jump rings, and not just once, but twice over. For you, I have got sterling silver and rose gold plated sterling silver jump rings, and a spring into action opportunity where you are getting a combination of 50 of each. That's 50 of your sterling silver jump rings in your 5mm gauge and 50 of your 7mm rose gold plated sterling silver jump rings, and they are both open jump rings, so you've got the versatility of being able to use them as either a mechanical element to your jewellery making, or of course use them against that fantastic quality of chainmail jewellery, which is certainly going to be massive for 2014. Your deal is pretty special on this sterling silver offer. This is how we do a deal for something that we know you want. 925 sterling silver dynamic duo, one price tag. That's 100 jump rings for just £60. It's not even the price you're paying. That's not the price you're paying. Oh my goodness me, get on those phone lines. £16 too? £11. You gotta be dialing. Hold those lines. £11 is all you pay.
Amethyst is a gem which you can get in so many different colours, so many different shades, so many different clarities, and at Jewellery Maker we're lucky enough to have pretty much every single imaginable example of amethyst, whether it's natural Coloma Mine Zambian amethyst or whether it's going to be really highly prized lavender amethyst. And it's a gemstone which people have heard of. It's a household name. It's a gemstone with so much heritage, and it's worn by people of all ages, from all classes of society, and it's a fantastic gem to own.
Tune in to the Miss It Miss Out show every day between 5 and 9 p.m. for our New Year's sale. We'll be going to low prices that you won't want to miss. All stock must go. The New Year's sale. Miss it and you'll miss out.
Tune into Jewellery Maker every day at 5 p.m. from Miss It Miss Out show, where we'll have 4 hours of jam-packed deals, including clearance offers, end of line, last in stock and low prices. The Miss It Miss Out show, only on Jewellery Maker.
There are 2 easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the front page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, you simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
So £11 only for your amazing 100 sterling silver jump rings. There are the open jump rings, and you're getting rose gold and your classic sterling silver as well for just £11. both very versatile, incredibly desired in terms of adding that precious quality to your jewellery making. Sterling silver, never to be underestimated in terms of finish and quality attributes. So real kudos when you're adding sterling silver. I think I'm right in saying that 100 of those for £11, it works out at 11 pence each, doesn't it? So 11 pence for each one of those sterling silver findings. That really is adding luxury. And I think I'm also right in saying that you can work with around about 50 to 100 and get yourself a really classic chainmail bracelet. Is that right, Natalia? I'm right in saying that, isn't it?
I think so. I'm not a chainmail expert by any means, so I think
I'm sure it's between 50 and 100 that Debbie. So if you got two of those packs, you could easily get that kind of a finish. And obviously, for those of you who haven't got chainmail under your belt yet, we do have a fantastic chainmail DVD, Natalia. So you might want to try that.
I do. Do you know I've been looking at all these things, and I think that's definitely something that I would take up.
So hang on a minute. Your new year, you said your new year is you're going to be tranquil and serene.
Yes.
That you're going to be, what was the other thing? Romantic.
Yeah, I don't think that goes with jump rings and chainmail. I think I get frustrated opening and closing jump rings.
Serenity is well, maybe that's it. Maybe you need to challenge yourself to chainmail for the serenity of the challenge. No?
No. Well, I think the serenity afterwards of looking at
the
being
chainmail.
very proud
Honestly,
of it.
I love my chainmail bracelet that Debbie made for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you make chainmail?
Of course I did. I got Debbie. I spend my time here on Jewellery Maker going, I'll commission you to make that for me.
You have friends in all the right places.
No, I do it all the time. Can I commission you to make that for me? Because, well, heck, when I've got literally like master craftsmen, why would I sit here without getting them to make me something? Like Natalia thinks that I'm going to take this jewellery off at the end of the show. How wrong she is. And I will. No, I will.
I'm often wrong, so there you go.
Right, we have got a little bit of a treat. It goes perfectly with the brand new amethyst strand that arrived in our building into the vaults first thing this morning. We checked it in mid-morning and it's come to wear this afternoon. That's how new it is. We have just brought to you the amethyst. Now you can add to your order. Of course, one postage and packaging for the whole day, and that postage and packaging is just £2.95. So you may as well make the most of this opportunity of adding and adding. And of course, I do have that vastly exciting strand of labradorite to look forward to, and I was going to say sexy then. Special is the word I was really looking for. I scared myself. I'm going, what am I saying? But this rather special strand of faceted briolette drops of amethyst to match alongside. I mean, that is a combination of features that is truly exciting, and brand new strands. All of them brand new strands. So those are to look forward to. We've already played for the amethyst, and now we go for our lemon quartz. Another exquisite exposition of quality. You know, what we have to highlight is if I hold a gemstone up like this, look at how clear it is. I mean, that is true diaphanic qualities. Transparency is such an important aspect to many a gemstone. Not all gemstones need to be clear. You know, it's not an essential to something like emerald, but actually clarity in something like this in a quartz is certainly something that makes a real impact on the individuality of the beauty of light reaction. You know, when you've got diaphanity and transparency, if I just move the stone, you'll see how the light enters and plays off each one of those individual facets, but also plays with the light tones. You know, what I love about genuine gemstones is that they can't be replicated in colour top qualities. You know, Mother Nature gives this beautiful luxury of changing shades and tonal qualities, light and dark, that really do make such a positive impact to each one of those stones. And you can see that time and time and time and time again through the whole of this strand. Finish and flourish is what you'll achieve when you've got quality ingredients like this on your side working into your jewellery designs. And you've got a big quality and a big luxury of size here, 13 by 8 to 16 by 12 millimeter nuggets, 490 carats of your lemon quartz. And your price tag, now am I right in saying the amethyst was $11.95? $11.95 for the amethyst? So surely we're going to match. $11.95. I mean, you've got equal qualities, finish, beautiful, beautiful texture. Like for me, I'm just looking here and I'm thinking, well, the qualities and the finish really do work so well together, don't they? You've got the amethyst that came in at $11.95. I would presume, and I know that we've got a little bit of a graphical problem at the moment, but don't worry about that. I make the presumption that actually that lemon quartz, that's got to be around the same price tag because they work hand in hand together. And Natalia, when you see this type of design, tell you what actually, Natalia, you're stood. I've just noticed that Natalia's stood, and we haven't even set you a challenge yet, have we?
Am I looking underworked?
I was noticing.
I'm looking serene. That's the new
you
me.
You were. Right then, we'll stop that. Let's. I'll have none of that. Challenge. I'm gonna give this. This is gonna be your challenge.
Yeah. Perfect.
Happy?
Perfect. Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Live television. She's looking at me going, what have you just done? I was really happy, just stood there. I was happy.
I was going, I'm in Zen like.
You were doing very well. I can't have that. I can't have that. $11.95 for the amethyst. What can we do for the lemon quartz? I'm Pip's saying for today only, this is a, really? You're gonna go lower? Okay, introductory offer only, not $11.95. How low can we go? I know that's naughty. I know that is naughty. Oh, Pip. Oh, you didn't have to go that low. Okay, I'm going to be absolutely straight with you now. I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't believe you'll see this price tag again. I don't believe you will see $9.95 again. I think unless you make your purchase now within the live show, and this is your live introductory offer of $9.95, I think you'll be paying, it should have been $11.95, shouldn't it? I knew it. Yeah. Pip says it should have been $11.95, and I'm not surprised at that price tag. $11.95 makes sense. $9.95 is the price you're actually paying. So if you want to get this deal with it now by picking up the phone 0800 644 655. Join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Whichever way you're going to, gosh, go for it straight away. There is no better time but now to get yourself this fantastic lemon quartz. And Natalia's going to inspire us now.
I am.
Out of her Zen-like quality I feel like you've definitely just gone, oh.
But you know, there's worse challenges you could give me. My job is not difficult, is it?
It's hardly a chore to have this combination.
So beautiful. They're just going to do the work themselves.
See, the thing is that you've now just talked yourself out of getting paid, because you've just said, yeah, I haven't got a hard job. Yeah, it's easy.
So maybe I make it look easy.
Nice! Like it.
Backpedaling.
Exactly. £9.95 for your lemon quartz. Work it with the beautiful amethyst that you got earlier on at $11.95, and that too, well, what a heady mix of beautiful qualities that is. I mean, that is matching. I mean, it literally is iris, isn't it? It is iris-like qualities. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous, and yours for the taking. Brand new strands still to look forward to. Don't forget you've got your labradorite as well. We have got this labradorite, and of course it's a big hitter. Coming up just after 4 o'clock, we've got some spectacular qualities of labradorescence taking place on this strand. Huge gems, and of course, just to top it off, your feature silver gemstone matched by a silver showcase, including silver wire and silver chain. Oh, yes. Right, a bundle of loveliness. Now this bundle is everything that you need to create a wonderful design that Natalia is going to inspire us with. And I think this next design really is, it's about fun and funky really, isn't it, Natalia?
It is, it's playful, it's just a bit cheeky.
And Natalia, leave them just
sorry.
Will you do us a favour, Jess? Will you just grab those on there? Ah, that's it.
Oops, sorry.
This.
They're so big, they're falling off the ring stand.
They are serious crackers, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They are like Sputniks.
But you know what? I thought, why leave all the drama and the beautiful, really in-your-face jewellery for Christmas? Why not start the new year as you mean to go on?
Absolutely.
You know, stop the traffic with your jewellery.
And the thing is with that kind of quality of finish, it's a real talking point piece of jewellery.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of jewellery that people will want to know about. And I think that's really quite rather exciting. As I say, you know, I take pride in wearing other people's jewellery and people go, oh, that's gorgeous. They go, oh, actually I had it made. Or, you know, people want to know more about your jewellery because it stands out. It is something different. And that's what you're going to get with this next designer inspiration with Natalia. Your ingredients to create these looks, well, it's pretty much everything that you can see here, including your feature strands. You're going to get 4 feature strands of gemstones, red colour quartz, crackle quartz, you're going to get here blue colour quartz, and your prehnite in your rounds. So all of these 4, let's just pop these and give you a close-up. And I love the combination of colour tones that you have here, because in many ways you really can create something different. And you may notice that I've got one of the rings on. That's cool.
Yeah, still a geometry going on your finger there, isn't
really
it?
funky. Really funky. So you're going to have your rounds and your faceted rounds working together. So that's your 4 strands of gemstones, your quartz and your prehnite. We're adding in wire, which is your 0.6mm gauge wire in your silver finish copper coloured wire. Then we're adding in, and you might be wondering how did we achieve this look with the gemstones? Well, it's all to do with this fantastic ingredient, which is of course your resin. And we worked with resin the other day with Debbie, and I think for a lot of people that was the time when you really had that wake-up call of how diverse and how exciting the jewelry can be that you're creating with just one ingredient like this. It's got so many different opportunities, and the nice thing is that we're going to explore even more with Natalia now than we saw perhaps as well with Debbie the other day. So it's just about exploring more and more different avenues. You're going to get your ring, shank and setting, so you're going to get this full look. And if I just profile it, you'll see there the individual round. I'm just going to check the size of this, and I don't know whether I've got the information there. Round ring mount, adjustable shank, 24mm. There we go, that's the information needed. 24mm, you've got that there. And then to finish it all off, we have our sterling silver crimp bead covers. So 100 of your sterling silver crimp bead covers. And so we're putting it all together for one price tag. It's a vast arrangement of opportunities. It's quite a lot of individual ingredients that I think if you put together in front of me, I'd go, what on earth is this gonna, I have no idea where this is gonna go. Then when I see the jewelry, I kind of go, oh my goodness me, that's really clever. I wouldn't have known what I was going to get the results of until I see them. I certainly wouldn't have ever expected to get that finish from these ingredients, and that's the exciting thing about jewellery making. I guess in some ways I always think it's about, whenever I go to my bakery cupboard, I have a big shelf in I've got a big standing cupboard, and in that the very top shelf is all of my bakery things. And many is the time that I'll just get things down and pass them to the children, and I really don't know what I'm getting down. I'll just get them down, and then I'll have a look and go, okay, what shall we make? And I'll go and try and find a book. In some ways, that's the same thing here, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. That is so true, because with resin, the sky's the limit, really.
it's a bit like the flour.
Yeah.
It's the essential recipe, which can
is,
then, you
yeah.
know, add a few bits and pieces and you're going to get something totally different.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one, this one. You're going to get lots of different looking jewellery and lots of different finishes, thanks to all of the ingredients coming together here. Wire, resin, gemstones, sterling silver, and also the ring shank, all for one price tag. That should be £46.10, but it's not today. How about we give you £46.10, and let's go lower. Just £39.95. Everything that you're seeing here, and I presume you're only talking about a tiny amount of gemstones, a tiny amount of resin, and a tiny amount of wire to create the looks that you've achieved. But actually, you'll have had lots and lots still left over to make plenty more jewellery from that £39.95.
I mean, it depends, because I've used a lot of gemstones in each ring, but because that's me and that's my style, and if you don't want to go down that route, you don't have to. You can tone it right down. But this is, you know, when you see things on the catwalk, they're exaggerated, they're really, you know, theatrical, and this is what these rings are. And so, you know, you take them to the level that you're comfortable with. But this is my comfort zone.
Yeah, your comfort zone is probably the other spectrum to my comfort zone. We are genuinely like the yin and yang.
We are, aren't we?
We totally
I'm glad
are.
you said yin and yang, because they're really harmonious, aren't they? They blend very well.
No,
yeah.
and that's the lovely thing. It's actually, it's a pleasure working alongside Natalia, and she's you know, I take it genuinely as a friend and somebody who I try. But we are very different kind of people and very different wearers of jewellery and clothes. And your confidence in wearing larger jewellery is the exact opposite to my confidence level.
And yet I really appreciate your style. But it wouldn't work for me,
No.
and so that's the thing, isn't it? It's really nice to have that, all the differences.
Which is why I like jewellery making, because then whatever is right for you, you can make for you.
Absolutely.
You don't have to compromise, and I often find myself, and I have, you know, obviously since working here, I haven't had to compromise half as much as I used to, but I used to compromise on what I liked. You know, oh, that's 90% what I like, so therefore I'll buy it, because I'm never going to surely get the thing that's 100% right for me. Whereas with jewellery making, you get 100% what is right for you, because you're making it for you. There is no compromise needed. And in many ways, that's what makes it so exciting, is that you know what works for you, therefore you can achieve it.
But often, you know, you need a piece of jewellery that's very, very statement eye-catching to bring people to you. So if you've got a stall in a craft fair or something, to have a piece that people go, wow, but actually I like those little earrings there.
Yeah,
it's a bit like that workshop place you can go to where you can actually make your own teddy bear. They'll have some enormous teddy bear that's like 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
And you don't want one of those, you want a little one, don't you? But it's that draws you in, because, you know, the kids are going, ah.
No, you're quite right. No, you're right, yeah, 100%. Right, so how do we get started?
Okay,
What's the thinkings and whys and wherefores?
Now, I have wanted to do something that was different to what you'd normally see me doing, because the beauty of these designer inspiration shows us, it gives us time and space to be able to show you a little bit more technique with the things that we specialise in.
Yeah.
But then as guest designers, we're given the opportunity to play with other mediums that we don't normally use. And so resin for me, I've used resin as a glaze. I've used it as you know, kind of a decorative thing. But I've never actually, it's been the main part of the project, so that's never how it's worked with me. So getting this was a challenge, let me tell you, and so this is what I came up with.
It's amazing, because what I want to know is, first of all, did you achieve this look and this look with the exact ingredients of what we've just...
I tell you what, I added a secret special ingredient.
I was going to say, you've got to with something else. There's got to be some...
a piece of polymer clay that size. It's like the size of a raisin. That's all I used in addition.
Is that polymer clay?
That's polymer clay. It's some silvery, great coloured polymer clay.
Scrap
polymer clay that I have in my... So if you've used polymer clay at all, doesn't matter what colour you use, because you're not going to see it because the gemstones are going to hide it.
Right.
And then you can colour the resin as well. So that's
So can you coat polymer clay with resin?
Yes, you can, absolutely.
I know that answer. I know that answer because I saw that the other day, didn't I?
You can coat anything with resin. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And that's the versatility of it, actually. It's one of the most versatile coatings.
Yes,
because it gives you quite a glassy finish as well. If you want to have a high lustered finish, you can really add...
It's a really professional finish and really strong. I mean, resin is used industrially, you know, to cover things. And so if you think about it's used for that purpose because it's really hard wearing.
Yeah.
It sticks to anything,
Yeah.
and this is, in jewellery making, it's wonderful because half the time, where do you find a glue that's going to be strong enough to bond things together? And resin's the answer for me.
Yeah.
So that's where I've used it.
Perfect. So,
okay, now I was sent some square ring shanks. So I don't know if we're showing them in the show, or whether we've got them on the website.
I don't know the answer. We'll find out. Pip, have we got any square ring shanks? Lovely.
So hence the reason why you have that one on your finger.
We do. Brilliant.
Okay,
we do.
brilliant. So that's coming up then, isn't it? But I'm going to show you with the round one. Do you want to pass the green and the blue there? So I've just put these colours together, but like you said, I think that you could combine the colours of the gemstones because they all work together and interesting combinations. So this is using the round ring shank. And so how I started off it, so I've taken my little raisin-sized piece of polymer clay and condition it really well, and this is the key to doing this. Because when your polymer clay is not conditioned, it can get crumbly after it's baked and it can tear. So it's a little bit like the metal clay we were saying, it's got more strength if it's conditioned really well, and all you have to do is knead it because this is so small, you don't need to be putting it through pasta machines and things like that. So once it's all smooth and lovely and it's not crackly, roll it into a ball and then press it into a little patty shape to get it going. And then you're going to take your ring and pop that patty shape into the centre of your ring like that. And it's really important to get it in the centre because you don't want it too thin in some areas, you want it really even thickness all the way around, and then just start pressing from the inside out.
Just to let you know that the square ring shank with the adjustable shank is available, as you can see on the bottom of the screen there, for £3.95. So that individual one that I'm wearing as the base, that is available for £3.95. The code is FMCJ60, so that's FMCJ60 as your code for that individual square shank, and it is a limited stock availability. So if you want the square, then you do need to make your purchase right away.
So then you have some fingerprints and things like that on. So like Debbie does, if you've got Debbie's excellent DVDs or seen any of her excellent demonstrations with polymer clay, she uses cling film to stop getting the fingerprints on it. It doesn't really matter because you're not going to see it. I quite like the kind of dimpled look on there. So that's what you do, and the reason why we use such a small amount of clay is because we want to be able to pour some resin on top of there afterwards. So we don't want it to be kind of doming out. It's really important that we have a couple of millimetres to play with there. Okay, and then that will then go into the oven, and it will be baked in its entirety. So with the polymer clay inside the ring, and so I've baked both of the rings, no adverse effects to it whatsoever.
Okay.
And the temperature, because it's such a thin piece of polymer clay, you're talking millimetres. I baked it at 125 degrees centigrade, and I did it for 20 minutes.
Okay.
So that worked for me with both of them. So what you do when it comes out of the oven is that polymer clay will not stick into your ring shank. It will look as though it's stuck in there, but it's not. And all you need to do is to just get a knife or your bead reamer or some sharp object just to flip the piece of polymer clay out of there.
And out of interest, we have had a couple of people asking about the metal clay, and just saying, you just said about fingerprints. Can you put fingerprints in the metal clay?
Absolutely, yes.
I thought you could. Yes. So the answer is, so those of you who've been texting about fingerprints, metal clay is yes, you can achieve that look.
Yeah, it's great one to use.
Oh, and Christine in London is asking, can you recommend a good tumbler?
A good tumbler. I have a Jewellery Maker Facebook page, and I can recommend somewhere you can get a good tumbler if you want to message me there.
Perfect.
So, or ask the question on the Jewellery Maker Facebook page itself, and then I'll have a look this evening and
Perfect. Thanks, Christine.
So that hasn't been baked, obviously. I've just flipped that out, and you can see what happens because you've got this lovely design and the base of it, which is great if you're just using, the base of the ring and pouring clear resin or coloured resin into it. You get this lovely background, don't you?
Yes.
But you can see with the polymer clay, you get this really nice effect there. So you could use that side of it facing upwards if you want to, once it's come out of the oven. So this piece has actually been baked in the oven. So we've got our plain side on that side that kind of dotted side on the reverse. So it's up to you which side you want to use. I quite like that side actually.
It's quite funky, isn't it?
And so what I did was I'm bringing back my little bead reamer with the drill in, because the polymer clay is so easy to drill into. So you want a really fine, a fine drill bit, because we've got some wire coming up as well. Do we have wire inside?
No, the wire comes as part of the kit. Yes,
part of the kit. Fantastic. What's even better then? And you're going to cut off little lengths of wire. And so I'm talking about, what would you say was the length of that?
Inch and a half, 2 inch?
2 inches, yeah. 2 inch lengths of wire. So cut yourself, for those rings, gemstone encrusted rings, between 18 and 20 pieces of wire.
Okay.
If you don't want it as intensive and starburst like, then you know you would have fewer in that, but it can take 20 pieces of wire like that.
Perfect.
So you want to make sure that your hole is big enough for your wire to go through like that.
So you've just drilled in?
Yeah, I'll show you how I've done it. So you can plan your holes out. So you could get a little marker pen and mark out where you want your holes to be, and then you just gently drill in with this little drill bit like that. Make sure you're doing it on a surface where when this comes out the other side you're not going to have a big hole in it. I'm doing this, I need to do this over here so you can see it. There we go. And what I do is I go through the other side as well, so turn it so you've got a perfect hole that side, and so sometimes it tends to be a little bit smaller because you've drilled out that end, so you can drill back through the hole on the other side to make sure it's consistently the same width hole. And then you'll see how your wire goes through there really easily, like that. And you don't want it too loose as well, because then other the wires jiggling around while you're trying to get it all in place. So drill all your holes out, and then the next thing that you need to do is you need to take some flat nose pliers and to just turn the end up of the wire to make like a little foot like that, a little L shape, because that will keep the wire more secure inside. It's going to be underneath and the base. So I've got a couple of pieces of wire here that I've done that too, and I'm just going to pop that through the holes. So my little L of my leg of the wire is going to go underneath like that. And you do that all the way around the holes that you've drilled. And then when you've done that, you've put all your wires in, pop it back into your ring base like that. And you need to, if you want to, you can also pop a little bit of glue in here just to keep it in place.
Yes.
To stop it wobbling around, that does help. So resin glue is fantastic, you know, the 2-part resin glue. And then don't worry about your wires being straight. Don't worry about that at all. They're all going to be sticking up in the air like a little wire garden.
Yes.
And so then you need to position your ring onto something that is going to hold it steady.
Helping hands?
Helping hands, perfect for keeping it really steady. So brilliant. Do you know the helping hands? We're often, when I'm in the workshop doing silver clay workshops, we're always going, oh, we need something to hold on to. Then there's like 10 helping hands behind me, and everybody's kind of like a pantomime going,
it's behind you!
And it never occurs to me.
I went to our local pantomime the other day. I went to Sunderland Empire. Was with Sherry Hewson as the fairy godmother, and it was it was really good. The costumes. I used to play Cinderella years ago. Years and years ago. I did about 6 or 7 pantomimes in a row as Cinderella. Oh, you know, when you watch and you go, yeah, I'd never get away with that these days, would I? Far too old. And you know, it just took me all the way back. I was like, it's behind you. I was going, oh no, I just wanted to mean the kids were just, and my son was just infatuated by the ghost. You know, in the pantomime there's always the ghost. And it was like he didn't watch the pantomime at all. All he watched was a ghost. Because that's all he talked about when he came out, was just the ghost, Mummy, the ghost, oh the ghost, Mummy, the ghost.
Nobody can ever see it though, can they? They was like, where's it gone?
It's brilliant.
And my favourite bit used to be, this is how bad I am, where they throw the sweets out into the toilet. And I never ever...
Not allowed to do that these days.
Aren't they? Why? Because it's health and safety.
I'm not joking, no.
Oh, well, that... I'm not ever going to a pantomime again now. I have to sit at home and throw sweets.
Oh, is it on yourself?
Them. Yeah, myself. Oh dear. Okay, so the helping hands, aren't you wonderful? You're such a glamorous assistant and so clever too. You put that in position and hold it straight. At home, what I did was I used another piece of polymer clay
and you
pushed
blocked
it into the
okay.
Yeah. And then you'd mix your resin. I'm not going to do this live, but I'll talk you through it because I haven't got my mixing cups with me. But so this project, it's all about, it's a function. The resin is used as a function to keep your wire nice and secure in there, so it's not going to move around, it's not going to break off, so you can walk around with your ring, you know, waving your hand around, securing the fact that it's not going to move anywhere.
Yeah.
Also that you've got this kind of rooted into place there.
Yeah, I'll profile this so you can see.
And then your other ring that you're wearing is all about the resin being a decorative feature of it, and the gemstones. So it's kind of, you choose how you want to use your resin.
Yeah.
So I used to just check with you while we were off air, didn't I, about what are the quantities of the resin? And this is what you get when you get a guest designer who's not the specialist with the product they're using, because they're like, oh, I'm not used to doing this. I could tell you firing times off the top of my head, but when it comes to resin. So you use a little plastic mixing cups and little stirring sticks.
Yep.
And top tip, if you're going to posh coffee shops, they have little stirring sticks that you can help yourself to, can't you? So you can always top
they
up with
pretend
those.
as a spoon.
Yeah, so they're really good for mixing resin. So just grab a couple of those when you're having a coffee, because you've paid for it anyway, haven't you?
Nice.
And so you're going to mix 2 parts of the hardener with 1 part of the base resin, and then keep stirring until it's all mixed. And I stir for 2 minutes, so I transfer from one container to another in between. Is that how Claire and Debbie normally do it?
They just say make sure that you're mixing it thoroughly. Yeah, just make sure you keep on mixing.
Well, one of the things that I went on a resin course years ago, and one of the things that we were shown was you'd have 2 clean little cups,
pots,
measuring cups. So you stir, mix it in one, and then you pour it all into another one. So it kind of transfers, it makes
so
doubly sure.
Making it mix.
Yeah, so
1
1 minute with 1 cup and then another minute with the second cup.
Good tip.
The other thing is to have baby wipes handy as well, because there's something about a baby wipe can seem to get anything sticky with the resin. You do end up with it all over the place. If you drop it on any surfaces, you get it on your hands are all sticky, and the baby wipe seems to be the only thing that removes it. What that says about what it does to a baby, I don't know, but they seem to be really good.
Baby
for
wipes,
those.
even though I don't have any babies anymore, are literally in constant supply in my house.
Yeah.
Are you the same, Jessie?
Me too.
Just baby wipes are just a phenomenal thing.
But they come
Great
into
for your
life and they
trainers as
never
well.
leave. A
Clean
bit
your
like
trainers.
the baby. The baby comes and then they never leave. They're always coming back, aren't they? So when you've finished pouring your resin, don't throw away your mixing cups. Use a baby wipe to wipe it out, and then you get a nice you get your cup back to life again. So once you've mixed it, you want to pour your resin very gently onto the top of your ring, and you will have lots of wires sticking out. So all you need to do is just to part the wires a little bit, so you've got a little space, a little oasis in the middle, and then just pour a few drops. And you literally only need drops because you are literally just covering the surface.
Yeah, because when I was looking at this, I couldn't see. I didn't realise there was resin over the top.
Yeah, so you can colour it if you want to. Or you
can I push those down a little bit?
Yeah.
Sorry, so that we can see the resin. So you can see that it's just slightly glossier than you would expect, like a lustrous quality, isn't there? Okay, so you're just coating that almost.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is acting like a glue, and it's acting like a kind of professional finish, and keeping the wires all in place as well, so they're nice and secure. The other thing to do is to get a pudding basin or something like that and put that over the top of your ring. So you're going to need quite a big pudding basin if you're using your helping hands. I was just sticking my ring into a piece of polymer clay because of dust, because you don't want dust landing on your resin.
Right.
So I always like to cover it because it's quite sticky whilst
because
it's
you
drying.
have to, I was going to say, because you have to wait for a good 24 hours for resin,
24,
don't you?
yeah. After 12 hours, it's still a little bit sticky, so it's not moving anywhere. It's set, but it's sticky, and then after 24 hours, it's completely set,
Perfect.
cured. And then you are left with this hasn't been stuck in place, but you are left with your wires sticking out. You've got your resin base, and at this point, this is when you need to thread your gemstones on. So what I did for this ring, and well, actually both of the rings are using the same kind of technique, is the outer ones, I've just used one gemstone, one of the smaller gemstones, and then with a larger one on top. So all around the outside, I've just got 1 and 1. With this one, I've got 2, and then a larger one. And then the ones in the center, I've on this ring, everything's kind of low to the ground, so I've only got 2 gemstones and then a larger one. With this one, I've got 2 and 3. So what is good to do is to place all your gemstones onto your wires first before you actually roll the end of the wire up, to see whether you like it.
Yes.
Now, you will be kind of playing a battle with gravity because some of the gemstones will want to roll off the wires, but it does give you a really good idea of your placement of them and the heights of them. The variation in height is quite attractive on that one. It makes it much more three-dimensional, makes a much bigger piece. This one, they're all of a similar kind of height to one another, so they're all kind of encrusted very closely together. So this is the effect that you get. You get this kind of close grouping if you work with smaller, shorter layers of gemstones. The higher the layer, the more you can move it around and make it this three-dimensional piece.
Explosive almost.
Yes, absolutely, kind of firework-like. And that is it. And so then you will trim off the wire using your cutters, and then round nose pliers just to turn the end over into a little
and you just
coil.
Turned it to a coil and then finished it off.
And what does make it look tidier is if you actually measure the wire really carefully and cut it off at the same length, so that you've got the same kind of coil going on consistently. I started off not measuring, and then so some of those are actually shorter than others, whereas this one I measured them all consistently, and so they're all exactly the same.
Perfect. And then you've achieved that explosion of design. So how did you achieve the more oh gosh, how would I describe it?
It's kind of sculptural, kind of geometric looking. Amazingly, the size of those gemstones was perfect for fitting into the square ring shank. So that was just by pure fluke. I did try it with the others, and what I got was more of a kind of three-dimensional thing going on, where they were higher up than one, which would have been really nice. If I'd had more ring shanks, I would have kind of played around and done different designs, but I wanted this one just to be like a checkerboard type thing. Agreed. Except we haven't got different colours, we're just doing it with the red. And what I've done there is, so I've got 5 gemstones in a row, and then 5 down that side as well. So 5 times 5, what's that? 25 gemstones. Ooh, 5 times table, yes.
Good girl.
And so pop those all in there, and then they will sit perfectly in that pattern. And then place your ring again on some kind of secure level surface, and mix your resin. So you could actually add the colour to it, because we've got colours in here.
So did you add the red? Did you add red resin?
I didn't, but it looks like it, doesn't it?
It does look like you added red.
I specifically asked for this bundle to have these colours in, and I didn't need them.
Wow.
So you've got these thrown in, and you can do some fun things with them.
But you just use the clear. Doesn't that look like with
great.
those? Doesn't that ring look like it's got red resin?
I know, it does. It's an amazing optical illusion. And the other thing with this is you can, I've actually poured the resin quite shallow, so it's just covering half of the gemstones. But it's kind of gone over the top of them and created this kind of shiny coating, which is quite interesting. You could dome it, you could have, because the resin is so thick, you can actually, if you pour it drop by drop, get it quite high. A bit like, you know, if you ever leave the bath running, and the bath water's really high, and it's kind of, I've ever done this, you know, it's a kind of doming, and you've got to put your hand in to take the plug out, and you know the water's just going to spill out. I obviously do this quite often.
I was just going to say, speaking from like personal experience then, Natalia.
I do this all the time, and then I kind of wander off somewhere and have a phone call or something and leave the bath running. But you can do this kind of similar effect with the resin, kind of drop by drop. As long as it's really steady, you can create this really magnificent dome on it.
Fabulous. I really love that design. Now, for those of you who want to get involved in resin, we do have a resin pack available to get started to resin, and we've got a deal for you on this as well. Now, it does come with all of the resins that we've talked about, the red, the blue, the clear, and the hardener. Then you've also got the scales. Now, of course, the scales are so important because with resin, you do need precision on your measurements. You definitely need it to be precise in the 2-to-1 ratio. So that's why you've got your professional digital pocket scale there. You've got your hand barrier cream, which is another essential. You've also got the resin DVD, which is step-by-step with Claire John, one of our fantastic designers, who gives you step-by-step instruction, an hour-long step-by-step instruction. You're also going to get the little mixer pots. You're going to get the mixing sticks. Plus, you'll get a little base, which is perfect to rest your jewellery on. And also, as you can see, they're drilled so that if you want to put your earring posts in there, you know that you're going to keep your earrings flat. Then on top of that, we're adding in a variety of your different pendant bails. Now, of course, the techniques that we've got that we've done step by step on here, the nice thing is that we've done them with the rings, but you could achieve them easily with the pendants and the earrings.
I was thinking that I really wish that I'd been sent pendant bases. And you know, there, lo and behold, they are all the different sizes. How amazing!
Yeah, I was going to say you've got all the sizes, all the shapes as well. So you've got heart-shaped, rounds and ovals, squares as well. So you've got them all together, and you've also got the earrings as well. One large, one small. So you get all of those together. You're going to get a lot of jewellery from this one starter pack. And in particular, of course, you get the hour-long DVD. So you know you're getting started with professionals, and you're getting all of the techniques and step-by-step instructions. Is so important to get started, and this could be your brand new New Year's hobby. This could be the new one that you take on board, and you know this is your first challenge of the year. Well, it's going to be a good one, and it's got so much diversity to offer, so many different ways of being able to add to and finish off your jewellery. All for one price tag, from the ingredients to the hand barrier, the scales, the DVD, plus of course the bails, the mixers, and all of your earrings as well. The price you should be paying is not the price you're paying today. $39.95 is the price you should be paying, but this is your designer inspiration showcase, so we're going to take £10 off that price tag. Your deal today, resin starter toolkit for just £29.95. Get started and really explore new avenues of jewellery making, especially with the different bails that are coming as part of this kit. I mean, it says toolkit. It's a starter toolkit, but it's not really just a toolkit, is it? It's tools of the trade, plus it's also the ingredients like the resin itself, but then adding on top of that all of your different bails as well, plus the earring posts. I'll quickly show you those, all together for $29.95. You're getting a lot for your money, really, aren't you?
Do you know, it's not such a good value, and I would say it's a pretty essential thing to have as a material, because you can use it with the gemstones, with polymer clay, you can use it with the metal clays. In my book, I've used resin in one of the projects in there.
Oh, have you?
So it's pretty important, I would say. And also that DVD, Claire John is such a good teacher.
Instructor, yes, she is.
She teaches resin, and she actually had this formulated, so she really knows her stuff. And I think it's very hard to find people who are so well versed and so knowledgeable in something like this.
Yeah, it's a great DVD. I was lucky enough to be part of the DVD making, and we launched this resin, myself and Claire, and there's no doubt about it. The DVD is certainly something that I would say has a huge impact on how to get started. Yours for the taking for just £29.95. A great technique and a great way to really explore new avenues of jewellery making for less than £30. And for less than £30, you've got like at least 8 pieces of jewellery to be made for less than £30 just in that price tag.
But when you think about, I've bought necklaces for £30, And you've got all of this stuff in there as the actual components for jewellery making, and then you've got all these materials and your scales.
And you're good to go. You're good to go. If you would like to join us, of course, don't forget it's the free phone number at the bottom of the screen, or alternatively, you could join us at JewelleryMaker.com. We don't mind how you do it, but of course, you just got to make sure you make the most of these deals while they're available. Live show offers are not available on our website. We can only give you the chance to get this deal on the live show at this point. Outside of that, you would be paying another £10 on top. Now, apparently we have another question coming in. And it's about silver clay.
Good, I'm glad it's not about resin.
Hang on a minute, say that again, sorry. Faye, and she just bought a new kiln.
Oh.
Does she heat it up?
Does she heat
before she puts silver clay in?
No.
Or does she put it in while it's heating up?
That's a really good question. And Faye, you can do both. But a question I would ask you back is, what are you actually putting into the kiln? So if it's just an ordinary piece of silver clay with nothing included in it, like glass or gemstones, then you can put the silver clay straight into a cold kiln and let it heat up, or you can put it straight into a kiln that has reached the temperature. So a bit like when you're baking, you know, they say get the preheat the oven, don't they? I tend to work with a cold kiln, and the reason for that is because it's just safer. So I'm not going to burn myself when I'm putting things into the kiln. I can just do it with my hand when the kiln is cold, and then I turn it on. When I'm running a workshop, my kiln's going all the time. So if I'm firing anything with a gemstone, I tend to wait for the kiln to cool down and then come up to temperature. But the important thing is, you must always time your pieces that you're firing from the point at which the kiln reaches the temperature.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. And apparently she's using it for larger pieces.
Okay, no, it doesn't matter how big the piece is, it's still always the same firing.
Hopefully that's answered your questions. Hopefully that's yeah. Any questions that you'd like to ask, then please do let us know, and we'll do our very, very best to pass them on to Natalia. 60777 is your text number. Make sure you start your text with JM Studio, and then give us your name so we know who we're talking to, and then ask away. Just ask Natalia. Well, I'm sure she's happily obliged to answer your questions on your silver clay. Normal network charges do apply on your text messages. Apparently, we have another question as well, and this is from Alison, and she says, can you use the gas torch to attach a jump ring to a metal bar on a bracelet that is broken? Can you solder? You're basically asking, can you solder? No.
Yeah, you can use the gas torch. You
solder,
can solder, but you would need some soldering.
Yeah,
yes,
you'd need the actual.
You can use it for soldering. Yes, definitely.
Okay, so you'd need to have a soldering ingredient, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But would it melt the jump ring?
It depends on what the metals are. But so you'd need to, if you know what you're doing with soldering, then you know you're fine. But also just be careful, because if you've got a plated component, you know, you just need to watch out for that.
Yeah.
If it's silver, then it's okay.
I'm just thinking about me in DT classes at school.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, soldering was never one of my fortes.
Soldering's a really tricky thing, isn't it? That's why I like fine silver, because it fuses together.
Yes, because you just does the work for you. If you do want to join us and get your resin starter toolkit, you can do so for just £29.95. Plenty more deals to come, plenty more opportunities. All right, let's crack on with some more deals, shall we? Natalia, thank you for that. Lovely.
Oh, but to come over and pinch those two strands as well.
Yes, I'll allow you. I'll allow you to come with. Right, you have got challenging.
Thank you very much.
2 strands, madam. 2 strands. Right, I have got, just to remind you, very, very special strand. Faceted amethyst, and some of the most delightful grade of lapidary work that I think that we've got in our vaults right now. Truly magnificent grade amethyst, but equaled by the magnificent qualities of lapidary work. Fabulous, fabulous individuality to these stones. The lights are just sparkling through, aren't they? I'm just giving it a nice movement just so you can see what kind of light play we're talking about here. Lovely look. And that's coming your way shortly, but not just yet. Also coming your way, we have the most magnificent labradorite. Truly majestic strand. And the simple reality is that for everything that you're going to see in this strand via our cameras, you'll see a gazillion times, and I'm not even exaggerating now, so much more light reaction when you're going to get this home. I could just say to you, I can't underestimate, or I don't want you to underestimate the qualities of this strand. It's truly magnificent. The colours are just illuminating off the surfaces of the stone. Labradorite, look at that colour. I mean, that is serious. Oh, there's some beautiful turquoise coming there as well. You can see plenty of colour coming through from your turquoises all the way through to those amazing golden greens and oranges. Fabulous strand. And that's going to be one of the biggest labradorite, that we have got for you in the vaults. Coming away, brand new strand in the last hour of the show. Now, I have got coming your way right now a deal. Now, trade show and award ceremony, we have done these boxes, and that means we are now on to very last of stock, and I mean to the double figures. We have just a double figure quantity available of our display boxes, and because of that and how incredibly popular they've been, if you do want them, you will have to be very, very quick. Now, the reason that they're so popular is just because there is well, it's always rather nice to be able to show your jewellery but protect it as well. And there is this open display box with an internal velvety detail and then two clasps. So again, nice and strong and a real durable box. Lovely if you want to display your jewellery perhaps on your shelves. Maybe you've made something, maybe your centerpiece to your jewellery making and you want that to be displayed. Perhaps you want to display your rings. You could do so by just setting up form lines, just framing them with the satin or the silk finish, and then hey presto, you've got yourself a full display box of rings. You could do whatever you want because these are going to be yours. Both of them is a double trouble deal for the last of stock, and the only reason we're doing this price is because it is now last of stock on our display boxes. One price tag only for two display boxes. This is as low as it gets. Last of stock, and I will just highlight the fact I know I have sold these individually more expensive, but you've got to remind yourself, I've just told you this is last of stock. The only reason we'll get away with this price tag is that this is a limited available opportunity. If you do want to join us, you can do so on the phone lines 0800 644 655 or join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Don't mind how you do it, we just don't want you to miss out on this kind of deal. And of course, the postage and packing of £2.95, it includes quantity and size of these tools, of these boxes. So I will just remind you that it doesn't matter what size your package in terms of the parcel that you have delivered to your door, we still pay £2.95. £2.95. Go, go, go. Double trouble deal. Two large display boxes. I've got double and triple buyers actually on this deal. Excuse me. So you have your boxes, both of them together for just £9.95. Last of stock opportunity though. What I rather like is that you've got the openness of the display, nice and strong box, but then you've also got the strength in the clasp as well. You've got that nice security clasp, just so you know that when you're traveling or whether you're displaying your jewellery, you've got that strength in design of the display box itself. £9.95. Lots and lots of people buying. Congratulations to Mary, great to have your company. Joan, I've got June in Hampshire, congratulations, anonymous buyer in Swansea. I've got Ellen in Renfrewshire. Hazel, you've got yours in Denbighshire. Sue's there in the West Midlands. Jeanette, great to have your company in County Antrim. Another buyer in Hampshire confirmed as an anonymous. Lovely to have your company today, and even more so to know if you've already bought from us today. Of course, you might have bought from Jenny this morning. If you did, well, the good news is that you'll have already paid your postage and packaging of £2.95. This is an add it to your order deal for £9.95. Congratulations if you got it. Great opportunity. Huge huge chance there. I've got multi-buyers. Congratulations to Marilyn, who's joined me multi-buying. Diana's multi-buying as well. Jones just confirmed. Congratulations to a gentleman buyer. I've also got buyers in Kent, Derbyshire, Cambridgeshire, Merseyside, Malaga. Who's out in Malaga? Who have we got? It's Helen. Helen, who's out about... Ah, how nice. I hope it's nice and warm. Can we come and visit if it is? And when I say we, I mean the whole team. And that's probably good. Do you reckon about 40 or 50 of us? Yeah? I reckon we can fit ourselves into a suitcase. We'll give you, yeah, we'll give you a box. We'll bring the boxes, right? So we'll bring the boxes if you let us stay in Malaga for a bit. Do you fancy that, Jessie? Yeah? Jessie says yeah. Pete, do you fancy that?
Yeah.
Bit of Malaga?
Yeah.
Big up the Mal? Yeah, we're up for that. Yeah, cool. We wouldn't be bad house guests, Helen. You know, we're quite tidy. Well, I'm speaking for myself there. Not so sure about Jessie. Are you tidy, Jessie? Are you? Jessie, I don't believe it. Are you really? That's all you do is clean? But you're a cleaner. Are you? Jess, do you want to come do my house? If I pay you. Ah, that's what friends are for, eh? I'll do it if you pay me. Double whammy opportunity there. It's your double trouble deal. I will just remind you, this is last of stock. So if you do want to oh, hang on a minute. Stop the clock. Stop the clock and everything. We have got Helen in Malaga, but we've also got Pat in Menorca. I tell you what, let's make it a fortnight. We'll have a week over in Malaga and we'll have a week in Menorca. Tell you what, so that we don't inconvenience Helen and Pat too much, we'll split ourselves down the middle and then we'll swap over half, like, you know, half and half. Good idea? Yeah, I think that's perfect. Then that kind of spreads the load, doesn't it?
I think they're showing off now, aren't they?
Yeah. Is there anybody else?
Malaga and
Is there anybody else? Where else does anybody? Do we want to go anywhere else?
Does somebody in Mansfield or, you know, somewhere less exotic?
Well, I tell you what, I'm just going for temperature. I'm thinking Malaga and Menorca is going to be warmer. So my instinct is that anybody, Australia?
Ooh.
We go to Australia? Yeah. Where else? Anywhere else we want to go? To Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka, good choice. Nice. Sri Lanka, wouldn't mind going there. Anybody else? Anywhere you fancy? I'd love to go back to Hawaii. Is there anybody for Hawaii? We don't mind Hawaii. If you don't mind, anybody who's lovely, that's brilliant, thank you very much. Bora Bora, really? Bora Bora, that's a bit distant, that mind. That is as far as you could possibly go. Ben's decided that he wants to go to Bora Bora. I'm suggesting that might be a little bit too far, but you know. We can but dream. You have here Jacqueline, congratulations. Patricia, you've got yours in Kent. I've also got Mary in Aberdeenshire. Congratulations to you all. We could just go to see Sheila in Glamorgan. That'll be nice. Hoping that you're well today, Sheila. Just watch out, we might be visiting you. Mary's in Aberdeenshire. And I like Aberdeenshire, it's a lovely part of the world. A bit nippy, you know, I'm not taking my bikini or anything, but you know, that's all right, I'll bring me woolies. Congratulations if you got that. Great deals there. Stay on the phone lines to confirm both boxes for $9.95. Looks like that will be a sellout deal, and plenty more deals to look forward to. Brand new strands straight up after this.
In a pile of emerald like this, you really have a wealth of different qualities here. Everything from the kind of quality of gemstones that we've faceted into gems ready for jewellery, right through to your cabochons, through to your really, really high quality beads, through to the strands which you might have seen on Jewellery Maker before, and then some flat faceted pieces as well.
Join guest designer Louise Jacobson for our Wirework Rings DVD. This DVD contains a step-by-step guide on how to use a ring mandrel, create single and double stone rings, cluster rings and much more. Get the inspiration and help you need to create your very own handmade jewellery. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Even when you've got a pile of emerald that looks like this, even some of the larger gemstones, which are mainly reserved to put into jewellery, if you hold one of the bigger stones up to the light, you'll notice that only part of the gemstone is light and gem-worthy.
I think labradorite, when you think about it, is as beautiful as a diamond because it gives you, for me, more amazement than a diamond. You look at it and it does something really unexpected, like a lightning bolt.
Labradorite is one of those gemstones from Jewellery Maker that is always going to be a top seller. The labradorite that you get from Jewellery Maker has got extreme amounts of labradorescence. The colour saturation is just superb, and that's really indicative of the quality that we can get for you here at Jewellery Maker. It seems to reflect your moods as well. Whatever kind of mood you're in, whatever you put it with, it seems to bring out those gorgeous colours, so it really is a true chameleon gemstone.
Welcome back, and lovely to have your company for our final hour of designer inspiration. Of course, from 5 o'clock today, it's Miss It, Miss Out, and it's going to be a busy, busy show. I know Ed's got lots of deals lined up. He's already been cycling, I think, to Arusha today. I know quite a lot of our team. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we are currently, as part of the Genuine Gemstone Company, all of the staff working together to cycle to Arusha, and that is in Tanzania. And our main aim is to cycle continuously, 24 hours a day, for pretty much the whole of the month to get to Arusha in Tanzania, so that we hopefully can be supported by you with your donations. We're hoping to build a number of schools within the area. Now, fingers crossed we get to build 5 schools within the Tanzanian Arushan area. So we're slow together. Have you done some cycling yet, Jesse? Not yet? No, I'll book it in, though. Yeah, let's make Pete, have you done some booking in for cycling? Good lad. Natalia, have you booked in for cycling?
I haven't, but I will do it. I definitely want to.
I know there's a lot of people who say they're going to. Tonight, it's my next bout, because I've already done plenty of cycling. I've already done my cycling, and I have to say, apparently they have changed the seat, and my bottom is relieved at the fact that I'm going to do an hour tonight, and 11 o'clock tonight. So I go onto our sister channel at 7 till 11 on Gems, and then at 11 till 12 midnight, I'm cycling to Arusha in Tanzania.
So you have to do an hour stint at a time?
No, half an hour is the slots, but I'm just going to do 2 hours just to pull my weight.
Because you're just so
to pull my weight, literally. Hopefully to drop my weight is maybe the way to put it. So yeah, so if you would like to donate, if you think that you could give, even if you think you've made a saving of £10 today, which I know you probably have easily, please can you ring in to our call centre. So you can dial that number, 0800 644 655, or you can donate via gemporia.com. So there's 2 ways that you can donate, and anything will be better than nothing that you can donate. So if you've got a spare £2 in your pocket, anything, actually that £2 could go to us getting to Arusha and making a difference to a huge environment and community of children who don't go to school because there's not a school there. We want to build those schools for those kids. So with that in mind, if you think you've got £2 to give, please do give. We would be desperately thankful and grateful for your giving, and if you would like to dial that number at the bottom of the screen, you can make your donation right away, or you could donate at 11 o'clock tonight when you can tune in or watch and just laugh at me trying to cycle after being up since 4 o'clock this morning. That's going to be good, isn't it? Take a look. Your silver art clay next deal is a deal and a half. Now, I have a feeling that Natalia might run to get her phone when she hears that I'm about to do an exclusive price/offer on this 20 grams of silver plate. Now, hang on a minute. This is not just 20 grams. Take a look at this. 20 grams, 3 grams bonus pack takes you to 23 grams of silver.
Oh, they do that. You know, from time to time, AIDA, the manufacturers of the clay, they just have this kind of season of goodwill, and they did it about 3 years ago where they were giving an extra 10%, but they're giving more than 10%, aren't they, with 3 grams? So, wow.
And when you think about 3 grams in silver clay, that's actually going to go a long way to making another feature piece of jewellery, isn't it?
It's a pendant. It's a charm on a bracelet, it's a pair of earrings. For free. For nothing. Pure opportunity, really. I mean, this is as close to pure silver as it gets. 99.9% pure silver is the result from this clay. And when you start to consider that silver is such a precious commodity in the world, do you know that only it's just a tiny percentage? I think I'm right in saying 43 parts per billion of the Earth's crust is made up of silver. 43 parts per billion of the Earth's crust is silver. So it's a tiny, precious commodity that you're going to be working with here. 99.9%. Now, Pat's just been in contact. She's contacted us and she wants us to know that it's a beautiful day in Menorca. That's nice, Pat. Thank you for that.
And the kings came on horseback with presents for the children. Of course,
it's
because this is, yes, it's the 3 kings arrived to see the baby Jesus as part of the biblical story. Today was the day that the kings arrived to meet baby Jesus. Did they go to Menorca as well? No, I think that they're just reenacting it in Menorca. I'm presuming that that's what Pat's suggesting rather than...
Do you know what they call it?
Hang on, Helen from Malaga's getting in on the act now. Let's have a look. Warm and sunny in Malaga as well. And Helen's been working in the garden with t-shirt and jeans. And apparently we're allowed to come and visit. Yay! I'm going to Malaga. That was my Malaga dance. I was about to go. Change my mind now, Vicky. You're not allowed to dance like that. That's my holiday dance. We all have holiday. Pete, you've got a holiday dance, haven't you?
Sure.
Pete, you must have a holiday dance. No, Pete's saying he doesn't have a holiday dance.
No, I don't.
Pete, do you have a holiday dance?
No, I don't.
You don't? Natalia, you've got to have a holiday. You don't have a holiday?
Definitely don't have a holiday dance.
Pip, have you got a holiday dance? He's got a holiday drink. Ben, do you have a holiday dance? Am I the only person who has a holiday? Hey! That's my holiday dance. I don't do it while I'm there. I do it just before I'm going. Oh, that's me. I'm the person in the airport that everybody goes, what is she? What's she doing? I'm like, I'm on holiday. Yeah. So we're going to Malaga and to Menorca. Lovely jubbly. Now we have got a very special deal for you. We have got a very special deal. How did we get back into the... Oh, because Pat and Helen are watching in their sunny Menorca and Mallorca and Malaga locations. And apparently it's a national holiday in Menorca. Ah, wishing you a very special day. And what? Oh, and apparently we are welcome in Menorca as well. 2 holidays. Sorted. Hey! We're there. We're already there. This is actually just what it looks like outside of our studios.
Yeah.
This is actually just a window, and then Redditch just looks like this. This is actually
paradise,
Redditch,
isn't it? Redditch
you just didn't know that. So you think Malaga and Menorca are nice and warm? This is what it looks like in Redditch right now. In my dreams. Okay, take a look at what we've got for you. 20 grams. Well, we're talking about looks like that in Redditch in our dreams, but this is a dream silver clay offer. Oh, see what I did there? See, linking it in and everything. Silver clay deal for you. It is your slow dried. Now, slow dry is actually quite important, isn't it?
It's not called slow dry anymore. The graphic is actually incorrect. It's just art clay silver. We used to have a product called slow dry, and we no longer have it. So it's actually it's a new improved formula that has longer working time.
So it's not the slow dry anymore.
No.
Okay, so that's quite good for us to know. We don't classify it as slow dry because the formula now is just naturally longer working time anyway, naturally. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, good to know. You have here 20 grams. Now it says 20 grams, but actually it's 20 grams plus 3 grams. So in total you're getting 23 grams of art clay silver, all for one price tag, and that price tag should be £49.95. Should be £49.95. Get ready to get your phone. Natalia, get ready. Because it's not 49.
No.
49, not 39, but 32.95.
No way. That's a crazy price. Are you serious? For 23 grams of silver clay?
Serene, remember, you're calm.
Yes. I am space through which everything flows.
No. Somebody send it to Mallorca. Someone send it to Menorca.
Please send me to Mallorca.
£32.95 is all you pay. Goodness me, that's a price and a half. That really is impressive. Plenty of people put it into their baskets, but don't forget, baskets is just like a wish list. Unless you check out your baskets, you can't guarantee this deal is yours. You must. Ben said that he's had recently somebody taking his wish list, because of course when you click and you like something, it doesn't necessitate that you're buying it until you check it out. So you got to check it out. Ben lost something he really wanted because he didn't check out his basket. I've only got 13 left. 13 only of your 20 grams plus your extra 3 grams, as you can see there advertised on the packaging. 23 grams in total. If you would like to join us, 0800 644 655. You could join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Hey, I was actually genuinely, as I was talking there, I was thinking, I wonder where I could get it, when I could get away to Malaga. I wonder what my diary's looking like in April. I wonder if I could head away. I'm not joking,
She didn't mean it. She was being nice.
Pat and Helen, is that true? Were you just being nice? No, I can't believe that.
Really?
Because if I said to somebody, come to my house, I'd really mean it.
But they always say, no, they say that in Spain. They go, mi casa es su casa, which means my home is your home. But they don't really mean it, because they just say it.
Oh, is that true? Oh, I was taking it literally. I was thinking, I wonder when my diary's free. I mean, obviously, I'll have to pack the kids. The kids can go on the suitcase. That's fine. They'll be fine with that. And, husband can go to work. And then it's,
Have you noticed I'm not bitter and twisted and jealous at all because I haven't been invited to Malaga?
You have been. We've all been invited.
Can I go with you?
Yeah. We're all going. It's a jolly holiday. We've all got the holiday dance now. Holiday dance. Right then, this is your silver savings deal here on Jewellery Maker. Lovely to have your company. We have got a little bit of a treat to kickstart our silver savings show, because now it's all about the silver wonder that is labradorite. Well, this is a feature strand that we have available for you. Just check out the qualities of this labradorite. We are really looking at luxury in every single stone. Every time the light catches, you're going to see something different from this faceted stone. And the nice thing is that they are irregularly faceted, so it means that you're going to get a unique reaction every single time you look at the gemstone. quality finish, really beautiful finesse to the final texturing. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Texturing is really special to this gemstone. Really rather exciting, and I will highlight the qualities that I'm seeing to my experiences of this strand are nowhere near as good. Pardon me, the light's not catching as much via our cameras as it is in the actual studio sample that I'm holding. So I will just reiterate, and it's often the case with labradorite, sometimes it catches the light and other times it doesn't. Today you're seeing some, but nowhere near the percentage of light play that you're actually going to get when you get this strand home. And of course you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not happy, then of course you can send it back. But I genuinely can't think that you're going to send this strand back, because if you did, you'd be losing out on some of the most impressive labradorescence. The luxury of this stone is just coming over and over again. Truly glorious. I mean, I've got golden tones flashing through. There you go, there's some more golden hues flashing through, as well as your turquoises and your ocean flavors. There's another one flashing at you. You're just starting to get a little bit of impression of the qualities of labradorescence this gemstone holds. But as I say, for me, what you're seeing is a tiny percentage of what actually is exciting about this stone, which is every single stone is exquisite. Every single stone has got capabilities of light reaction, and every facet, look at that, every facet is just playing with the light. Truly glorious, and an exquisite gemstone of choice. This, of course, is numero uno as our gemstone. See, I'm practicing my Spanish. Yeah. I'm just practicing for our holidays, Jessie. You know, numero uno. That's as good as it gets. I don't go any further than that. This is #1 top spot in our Gemstones of the Year award. It is the stone of choice for those of you who watched the awards on New Year's Eve. It was a very, very popular stone. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely magnificent. If you do want to join us, 13 by 8 to 17 by 13 millimeter, 640 carats. That's a huge carat weight of top gemstone. And as I say, this is the stone that's hit absolutely, and I do genuinely mean, this has hit the true pinnacle of regard, desire, popularity. 2 years in a row, it has hit #1 as the favourite gemstone of jewellery makers here at Jewellery Maker. And you have got the chance to get the biggest of strands. I don't know whether there's many strands of labradorite. There's 640 carats, and I certainly don't think we have that many gemstones that have this kind of size to offer per piece. I mean, just each one of those. What a deal that's going to be. What a tremendous look. And the lovely thing is this is a silver section, and I really think that the silvery colours of the gem actually goes just as nicely with silver as it does with gold, because you have those golden radiances, the turquoises as well. This is a brand new strand. It's big, and its incredible quality is going to make such a big difference to your jewellery making. #1 in our charts. It came quite simple, top of the list 2 years in a row, and rightly so. And you've got a big one here, 640 carats of feature gemstones, brand new strand, never been seen before. And can we do a launch price? Should be a lot higher than the price you're about to pay. I will just say, should be a lot higher than the price you're about to pay. I mean, easily a 14, 15 pound strand, easily above your 15 pound marker. I'd be happy to put this strand out. It's a massive 600 carats, but in fact, your price today, launch price only. I can't guarantee this deal again. It's yours for the taking. Just £12. Now, £12.95. I was happy thinking we were going to be around the £15 marker, and I thought, to be honest, it was going to be $14.95 at a push. But forget that, forget $14.95. Hot rock jewellery to be made from your ultimate labradorite, and yours for the taking. $12.95. Absolutely incredible jewellery. I mean, let's just think about this. How many pieces of jewellery are you going to get? I'm just thinking hot rocks. One single solitaire, maybe a nice feature for the wrist, one feature pendant. That's the size of these stones. Each one of them is a statement, and of course the qualities of these. I mean, let's think about this. 3, 6, 9, 10. So that's 10, that's 20, that's 30. Well over 30, heading towards maybe 35 gemstones on this strand. So if we worked on that principle, of, what, 35 gemstones, and each one of them is a single piece, just one of them on the hand like so, what are you selling that jewellery for? What about if you sold a ring for a £5? That would be achievable, wouldn't it? A labradorite feature ring, £5, hot rock. How about this? You would be making over £150. And that's making jewellery that's not going to take too much time, or, you know, not an overt amount of skill to make it a singular shaft, one single wire wrap shaft ring, is it? Mm-hmm. You know, you could just make one solitaire from each one of those, which you could equal alongside the amethyst and the lemon quartz that you've been working with as well.
Beautiful, wouldn't it?
Exquisite combination of gemstones. Delightful opportunity. You've got yourself a chance and a half here. One of the top gemstones of our moment, and has not been beaten at all in terms of the regard from our jewellery makers over the past 2 years. Top of the charts both years running. Won the award for best gemstone in the whole of our stock list at Jewellery Maker. 2 years in a row, and you've got the chance to get probably one of the biggest carat weights in one strand, 640 carats of labradorite in these tremendous 13 by 8 to 17 by 13 millimeter gemstones for just £12.95. Magnificent, truly magnificent. Lots going on there. And feature deal. Now then, we've got some silver savings to be had right now, and we were about to get a little bit, I'd say, designer. We're definitely in the designer world when we add in sterling silver chain like this. This says to me Milan, golden triangle, definitely got a Gucci, Dior, Louis Vuitton kind of feel about this chain. Luxury finish. Absolutely glorious. The thing is that this is the type of chain that will really give that designer inspiration. You know, this is one of the looks where you'll find some of the very big names, and I mean, I'm talking the likes of your Gucci's and Dior's, capturing that style to their craftsmanship, their not just their jewelry but also to their fashion wear. This kind of linking chain is so popular. You've got here 9-inch length of gold-plated sterling silver chain with your mixed size links, including the small to the larger rounds, and one price tag for a full 9. Now, of course, 9-inch is most definitely a bracelet length plus some more, so you've got lots of opportunity to create something really rather exciting as a wrist wear piece. Look at how funky that is. That is such a designer look. That is such a high designer feel. I mean, I'm thinking perhaps even potentially taking some of these links. Hoop earrings. I know a lot of us love wearing hoop earrings. You could make some really nice classy drop hoop earrings with this kind of link as well. Sterling silver adds the luxury edge, and you've got the chance to get that incredible look. 9-inch sterling silver chain at that, for one price tag. Now the price it should be is £27.95. £27.95. It's a lot of sterling silver, and there's a lot of detail to be had. Gold plated just adds that final finesse. But £27.95 is not the price you're paying, because the birds behind me say it all. Silver savings. Therefore, 27 In fact, let's just go out the 20s altogether. Let's drop that price under £20. Sterling silver chain for under £20. You want to make your money go far. You want to get that final luxury edge to your jewellery. I'm certain that you're going to get that chance to work with this kind of ingredient. You're going to get a real fine finish to your jewellery. £19.95. Luxury for less. Certainly got that Milan inspiration, Italian qualities about it. Congratulations. Now, you can't do silver savings without silver wire. One of our biggest commodities of purchase is our wire within our website. We can't get enough of it. It doesn't matter how much we put into the vaults, we just can't get enough wire to really keep up with the demand that goes through via our website, etc. This is one of the most popular gauges as well, so really, in all honesty, we don't need to do any kind of price difference other than what it standardly sells at, but we're not going to do that. This is a silver savings showcase. With that in mind, you're going to get your 100 meters of 1 mil gauge wire. It is your silver colored wire that you're getting here, and we're really giving you that glitz, that perfect metallic-like quality finish to your jewellery making. Of course, the silver, certainly one of the most popular finishes that you're going to get for your wire work. And you've got the chance to get this look for one offer. Now, we shouldn't be messing around with our prices, because if you know our wire and if you've done your price research on our normal prices, you'll know that I think it's fair to say we are exceptionally competitive, extremely competitive. However, we're about to get even more so, because how about we take 20% off the price you should be paying? 20% off is not what we're going to do. The price you're actually going to pay from $27.95, we're about to give you 25% saving, a quarter of the price tag about to be slashed off this 100-meter reel of your silver-plated copper wire, 1 mil gauge. That is £20.96 for 100 meters of wire. I think I'm right in saying that works out at 20 pence a meter. Is that right? Just check that I've done that right. 20, I think that works out at 20 pence a metre. So it's 100 metres. It is 20 pence a metre of wire. Now again, I ask you, can you find anywhere else that would even try to compete with that kind of price tag, with the quality of our wire? And I know our wire really is very, very much about quality finish to your jewellery making. And it's a 1 mil gauge, so incredibly versatile as well. 100 metres for just £20.96. It's a low price tag. It's a phenomenal price offer, really. 25% off. That's a big discount on something that doesn't need to be discounted, isn't it? £20.96. Stay on the phone lines if you want that one. Straight to... Oh, they're gorgeous. Oh, they are lovely. Now, we're on last of stock, only ever seen once before, and we're now on last of stock, and you're not surprised by that now, are you? You've got your silver colour-coated pyrite faceted rondelles here, glistening away, and part of me just wants to put them alongside the glorious qualities of your faceted, almost briolette faceted drops of amethyst. That's a luxury finish if ever you're going to see one, isn't it? You're going to get some very classy evening wear jewellery if you combine the shimmer and sparkle of the coated pyrite with the lustrous luxuries of your amethyst. Those amethyst coming your way in around about 20 minutes time or so not long to wait for those. In the meantime, let's go for your silver colour coated pyrite. Could be spacer beads as well as being individual pieces to form your jewellery. You know, I could really see these as breaking up different designs as spacer beads, and they're going to really shimmer and sparkle, really going to add that dazzle and that delight against the skin. Let's have it up against the skin and see what it looks like. Oh, I like that. Oh, they have like a diamond-like look, don't they? They do have that diamond-like look. Do you like diamonds? We've got diamonds tomorrow. Tomorrow. Mid-show. Diamonds. First time I've got to do diamonds since they first came back into the vaults.
I remember that show you did when... Was it the Jubilee show?
It was the Jubilee show, and I did diamonds, and that's the last time I did diamonds on this channel. That's a long time ago for a little girl like me to go without diamonds on Jewellery Maker, isn't it? Oh yes, we have definitely got something special going on for you tomorrow if you like your diamonds. But in the meantime, I think if you're going to get your diamonds tomorrow, you might want to get this gorgeous pyrite to match alongside. It has like a diamond-like quality. It certainly has adamantine luster, a shimmer off the surface that captures the light. Fabulous glimmering qualities, and yours for the taking, a 30cm strand, so it's another long strand of gemstones, and the price that you should be paying is £6. No wonder we're on last of stock. The price tag, oh! We didn't even need to take it to £4.95. We didn't even need to go an extra £2 lower, and yet that's exactly what we've done for you. It's just the way to do it. It's a last of stock. It's a limited available quantity. If you would like to join us, £4.95 is all you pay. A tremendous opportunity. I mean, huge potential jewellery making, whether it's just using them as spaces so they're just going to divide and add glitz and glamour, or whether you're going to use these as a very simple bracelet, earring, drop set. I mean, you could get some very glamorous evening wear, or you might be somebody who likes a little bit of sparkle to their day wear jewellery, where you could achieve that without breaking the bank. That's one of the things I will always say to you. Don't break the bank on this one. You don't have to, because you're talking less than £5, and if you've bought from us today, you've probably already made a £5 saving somewhere along the lines, and if that's the case, well, now is the time to just spend that £5 on adding a little bit more glitz and shimmer and adamantine qualities of luster to your designs. £4.95. If you've put into your basket, I've got to ask you, check out that basket to guarantee that that one's yours. I don't want you to lose out on that deal. Straight on to let's go to chain. Now this is last of stock. I have very limited stock available on this chain deal, but because it's last of stock, I will say that we will just go straight down to that price tag that we can sell this for. It is a limited available quantity. We're in the teens in what we've got left, so if you do want to join us, 10 meters that you are about to get of silver plated copper chain. It's 3 by 2.5 millimeter, and the price you should be paying excuse me, is £12.95. The price you should be paying, £12.95. The price you're actually paying, last of stock, I went to say £8.95. No, that can't be right. Excuse me, sorry. £8.95 is all you pay. If you want to join us, go, go, go. 10 meters. When you consider how much jewellery you're going to get from 10 meters. You know that lovely multi-chain necklace that you created for your first guest designer slot today? How much chain did you work with? How much did you use?
I had about at least half the reel left, I would say.
So you used a good maybe 3 or 4 meters, yes, did you, for the necklace, yes, the earrings, and for the bracelets? So you got a 3 set?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of chain left on there.
I was going to say, but you used a lot of chain as well.
Did. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking that at the time. What a great piece, you know, to have the chain on the reels, because when we used to get it in the kit in the length, it was lovely, but it was just never enough to do these ambitious projects with. This is why we really need these reels.
I was going to say, well, the 10 meters, it just gives you that freedom, doesn't it, to just keep on going.
Yeah.
And I know that this is now last of stock. I'm in single quantity figures. I'm on single quantity figures. So if you want this, once it's gone, it's gone. I don't know. I genuinely don't know if we're going to get more of this chain back. I have no idea. But once it's gone, and I can't guarantee that you're going to get a deal like this again. So if you do want to join me, now's the time to do so. I've got 2 left. Hold the lines and see if you're the lucky ones to get that deal. Congratulations. Oh, I want to go to the wire. I have to just say, I do have wire coming your way. Sterling silver wire to look forward to very, very soon indeed. That's coming your way. I'm rather excited about that. But before that, how about we go... Oh, all right then, calm down there. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. A meter of chain. Now, I don't know about you, but I see this and I go, ooh, that's not just jewelry. That could be accessories. That could be a handbag chain. That could be a nice belt. You could add a bit of detail against, a variety of different looks. It could be a massive feature neckline piece, real long lariat style necklace. You've got so many different versatile looks to achieve from this chain. It is a meter long of your silver finish copper chain that we're offering you here. The links are 24 and 21 millimeter, so they are larger to smaller, but really the size of them are still really, really rather dramatic. Definitely got that designer inspiration from the size of these links. Never go for delicate or intricate when it comes to big linking jewelry at the moment. The bigger the better, and you've really got that boldness thanks to this fantastic chain. If you want to go for it, well, you're going to have to be prepared that you might have to hold on the phone lines for a little bit because it is quite busy on those lines. If you want to join us, 0800 644 655, you can join us at JewelleryMaker.com, but whichever way you're going to do it, 1 meter of silver finish copper chain for just £6.95. Less than £7 for your meter of chain. And as I say, for all that meter, that could easily be, and I'm just going to think, I was just thinking, what about it's just as a nice, I mean, that's a nice belt, isn't it? I'm coming around, Jesse. I'm coming around. Jesse's good. He's there. He's there. You see? That's easy, isn't it? I mean, actually would go quite nicely just to nip in at the waist, and you could just have a little bit of movement, and hey presto, and that's for £6. You can't buy a belt for £6.95 these days though, can you? The belts are expensive. I didn't realise how expensive belts were until my cousin took me out shopping the other day, a few weeks ago actually, and she took me out shopping, and she's like somebody who's really into clothes and she knows everything, and she goes, try this on, try that on, put this belt on. I was like, oh, it's a lovely outfit. And I went, okay, I'll buy it. And then I went to buy the belt. I went, I need to take out a mortgage just for the belt. It was a ridiculous amount of money. I didn't know belts were so expensive. Make your own belt, create your own design, create your own style. £6.95. I've got less than 20 in stock on this, so it is a definite last stock. This is a taster of your Miss It Miss Out show that starts at 5 o'clock with the lovely Ed today. I know he's got some great deals in store for you. Fast and furious offers all the way from 5 till 9 this evening. If you do want to join us, a meter of chain is yours for £6.95. Now, I've got the wire out. Can I do it now? Yay! Now this is your sterling silver wire, and I will just highlight the fact I have taken it off the reel when I should have not really. But sterling silver wire is one of the luxuries of Jewellery Maker. I think that really most people, when you say wire work, expect it to be a copper base of wire. When you come to us, we want to give you the final opportunity to work with the ultimate ingredients, and that includes sterling silver wire. Now this is not just sterling silver wire, but this is gold plated sterling silver wire. Now Pip, the other day, just before Christmas, we were a little bit cheeky about the price on this, weren't we? Dare you do what you did before? Dare you? Okay. We dare. When I say we, Pip. Did you see that disclaimer? Just a very subtle disclaimer on my behalf. It is sterling silver. Sterling silver. 1 mil gauge, yeah. You're standing alone right now, Pip, and I am standing with you, but behind you. Gold-plated sterling silver 1 mil gauge. Another exclusive opportunity is about to come your way. And I will say to you, we should not be doing this price tag. We shouldn't have done it before. And I know we shouldn't be, definitely should not be doing it again. If you want to join us, a metre of sterling silver gold-plated chain for just... You don't even want to do it, do you? I know. Okay, a metre of sterling silver chain. $9.95. It's silver savings here on Jewellery Maker. It doesn't get much more of a saving than that now, does it? Sterling silver, the luxury of just the quality, the finesse that you can achieve. And the thing is, Natalia, when you start to work with sterling silver wire, when you're getting the luxury of gemstones like these beautiful faceted drops, you wouldn't want to work with anything other than the quality of a precious metal, would you?
No, of course not, because you know that reflects the quality of the gemstones that you're using, and you know you just feel different using it. The whole I don't know, the whole prestige of the piece is elevated by adding these precious metals.
And do you find yourself, you know, when you get your ingredients, when you do, like, when you get your gemstones home, do you almost automatically go for what metal sits alongside the gems?
Yeah, definitely. And because, you know, you've got a gemstone that's really petite and very fine, and you know, you want something that's going to work alongside that, don't you?
And I think one of the things is that with sterling silver wire, it's also very forgiving as well, isn't it? So yeah, it does give you a little bit more leeway. So you do get to, you know, try something out, and if it's not right, at least, you know, with the sterling silver, it's probably going to be more forgiving than any other metal work, really.
Yeah, definitely. But also, you know, you're going to plan your design out really carefully. You're not just going to throw those into a necklace, are you? You're going to think about it very carefully, and that's the way you'd use the wire with it.
Yeah, you've got these fantastic gemstones coming your way very, very soon indeed. Going to be probably about 5 minutes time. That's it, just 5 minutes for those incredible stones. But if you're going to get the stones, then you need to get the silver to work alongside it. If you get the silver, then you need the gemstones. If you do want this wire deal, I will just reiterate, this is a live show offer. So this is not going to be repeated on the website, because the website is a static price environment. It doesn't always reflect what's happening live on air right now. So if you do want that deal, then you need to get it right away. £9.95 is all you pay. It is an exclusive deal. Congratulations if you got that one. Straight on we move. What do we fancy do? What do we do? I tell you what, let's stick with the wire. Let's stick with the wire. We've done your 1 mil gauge in both the 100 metres of your copper, and we've also just done a metre of your sterling silver. But how about we do another 100 metres, but this time of 0.8 mil gauge. Ooh, 0.8. 0.8 is one of, if not the most versatile of gauges for your wire work. And of course, if you heard Gemma talking just the other day when she won her award, did you watch the award ceremony?
I watched some of it and I couldn't see all of it, but I missed Gemma winning. But it's a very worthy winner, isn't she?
Very worthy winner, 100%. You know, I know she was thrilled with it, but she was talking about, you know, how she has in her stock when she's ready to work on a big design like the bouquet. Those of you who don't know, but Gemma won our award of design of the year 2013, and Gemma's one of our amazing wire workers, and she created a wire bouquet, floral bouquet, beautiful flowers and colours. You haven't seen it? Oh, a couple of people are saying they haven't seen it. I know it's around somewhere because don't know where it's gone. I know it's somewhere. It's probably gone back up into our little display area. If you're going to work with any wire, according to Gemma, 0.8 is an absolute essential. It's going to give you diversity, it's going to give you much more versatility. You've really got the chance to get adaptable qualities to your jewellery making. 0.8 mil gauge, 100 meters, so it's going to go a long, long way. One price tag. You're going to do the same again. We're about to do 25% off again. Oh, we're about to do another 25% discount offer. Okay, it's go, go, go. Wire lovers across the globe are now trudging to their phones and joining us on the web, because we're about to do you a 25% off opportunity. 100 meters of silver-plated copper wire, not £24.95. The price you pay? £18.71 precisely. That is to the penny, as low as we can go. 25% discount. That's a massive amount of money to just come off, just like that. And of course, the quality of the wire hasn't changed. The opportunity hasn't changed. And when you start to break it down as 18 pence per metre, you know you've definitely got yourself a deal. You've got yourself one heck of an opportunity. Congratulations if you've got a phone in your hand. Congratulations if you joined us on the web. We don't mind how you join us, whether it's phone lines or on the web, but you need to do it now to get this deal. Of course, our static website cannot honour this price tag. The whole point of you tuning in is for us to give you live prices. The price you will be paying on our static website is £24.95 outside of this principle of time. Within this environment, within this occasion, we can do it at £18.71. Outside of this occasion, the price will go back up to £24.95. It's how the system works, and it's in some ways it's rewarding you for tuning in to watch us, and then the reward is vast on these deals. Now, don't forget, if you're making a saving today, and perhaps you've made yourself a saving of that £5 or £6, that £5 or £6 could be really, 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 really worthily spent on giving donations to our fantastic Arusha Cycle charity event that we've got taking place. We are cycling 24 hours. When I say we, I see the Genuine Gemstone Company. That's here on Jewellery Maker, our sister channels of Gems TV, our American channel of Rocks, and also The Lounge, which is our internet site. We're all cycling to Arusha, the team together, 24 hours for the whole of January, cycling. And I have to say to you, the one thing that we've found is that your support is what makes this worthwhile. And you know, filling up a schedule, I'm sure you can imagine, filling up a full schedule for 24 hours a day of cyclists is pretty difficult when you've got a very busy company like we have, of people working left, right and centre. But we're doing it because we want to do this for everybody who's in the communities around many of the mining areas that we source our gemstones from. We want to give back to the community, and you know, one of the most important things is giving back to the community to allow them to evolve. Within that community, there are very limited schooling places, so we are trying to build 5 schools. So if you have just made a saving of £6 there, it was £6 saving, wasn't it? £24.95, £20. So pretty much you've made a saving of £6 there. That's £6 if you could, and if you have any inclination, we'd be hugely grateful. Please do donate to our Arusha Cycle, and you just need to stay on the phone lines. So if you're on the phone lines and you're buying this wire, all you need to say is, could I put that savings of £6, £5, £10, £20, whatever you've got to give us, could I give that to the Arusha Cycle charity? And they'll do it automatically for you. That's it. It doesn't get any difficult. It's not even having to go to a different place and click and put your needles in, and blah, blah, blah. You don't have to do any of that. You just need to say, please, could I donate this amount of money to the Arusha Cycle charity event, and you will have it done like that. You can also do it at gemporia.com, where you can find a little section, click on there, and you can donate via your customer account. So you can make it happen, and you can help us. I think so far we've raised about £15,000. Is that right, Jessie? Do you know what the number is up now? Just over 15 now, is it? Just over £15,000, and we started cycling on the 1st of January. So we're getting there. We are definitely getting there with your thanks and with your help. We are truly, truly grateful for you giving us just a couple of pennies. Just a couple of pounds will make the difference. So thank you very much in advance if you can do that. You've got yourself 25% discount, of course. That's £25 saving. That saving could be, of course, going to a good cause. Thank you. Linda, congratulations. Patricia's and Ken, congratulations to April. I've got Barbara, I've got Carolyn, Burrells there, Claire, Janet, Joanne, congratulations, James. Plenty of people still confirming. Lovely to have your company. Half of the available stock has been allocated and still people on the lines confirming. So stay there and we'll process your call. It's time for our final star buy. I've been privileged enough to be flown over to a number of our workshops and our lapidarists to watch gemstones like this be cut. And the experience has probably humbled me into not taking for granted the quality of the gems you're about to receive. And I think one of the most important things about us at Jewellery Maker is that because we are so directly connected to the quality of our gemstones, and in particular we like to source direct from the mines as much as possible, we like to cut our own gemstones as much as possible. Because we have those kind of connections, we really don't take for granted the luxury of the gems that we're offering you in this magnificent strand. And this is one of our finest strands of amethyst that we have got. In terms of craftsmanship, well, I mean, let's just take this single centerpiece. This is a focal point to the neckline. This could be an individual pendant where you could get all of the light that you would want reacting inside the gemstone playing thanks to each one of those individually hand faceted pieces. Now, faceting is all about maximizing on the natural qualities of Mother Nature. And this is really the only true way we can make Mother Nature better than it already is, by lapidary work of the highest grade to achieve such beautiful individual stones like this one here. I mean, this is second to none. And when I went over to Thailand, I watched many of the gemstones, and actually many of our Thailand lapidarists are now actually over in China, because there's quite a big cutting house location in China, but also in India as well. So many of the lapidarists that work for us are it's all family experience. You know, the grandfather's taught the father's taught the son, or actually these days, of course, it's the mother's taught the daughter. And the interesting thing is that it's a skill that has been honed for years and years and years, and the quality that is then achieved thanks to that lapidary work is seen in gemstones like this. Second to none. And I'll keep on showing you, of course. I'll just keep moving these because every single one has got that craftsmanship, that attention to detail, that high grade luxury finish that you want from this exquisite strand. Now this strand, I'm sure you'll agree, in terms of time and attention to detail for each stone, this strand could easily be a 30 to 40 pound strand, just based on that quality of the stones and the craftsmanship. But it's actually going straight under 20 pounds today. And if I say under 20 pounds, again, I know that you'd be looking at a strand like this if you've watched it before and gone, oh, it's got to be a 19 pound piece, it's got to be 19.95, it can't possibly be anything else. Well, let's just do a little bit of maths. How many of these centerpieces have you got? I'm thinking drop earrings, individual pendants. I mean, that center stone is most certainly, for me, it's a pendant on a chain. You've got the glamour of maybe a charm bracelet where you've got true luxury. It's sterling silver again, I would expect, because that's the type of gemstone. You know, I would predict that you'd be using sterling silver on this kind of a gemstone. You've got something special here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I'm counting 16 on this strand. How about we go to less than £1 a piece? How about we go to less than £1? Okay. You know that pound coin that you have in your purse, or you have that pound in your pocket? That pound that you've just put into your piggy bank, that £1, Look at the quality that you could get into your jewellery making for that £1. That's a lot of money quality that you are getting here. Lots and lots of opportunity. Now, if I said to you not just £1, but how about lower than £1 a piece? What about 93 pence? Let's do it. Yours for the taking. A full strand of top quality faceted pink amethyst in your graduated drops. £14.95 is all you pay. Tremendous opportunity. Of course, I'm working on the principle that you're getting 16 of these stones on no strand. You could get more. The facts are is I don't know what strand you're going to get, but what I do know is the quality will match. The luxury and the finish of your gemstones will match, because that's one of the things that is highly, highly important to us. £14.95, working out at less than £1 a piece for each one of these gemstones. Pure, unadulterated luxury. Do you not agree?
It's absolutely incredible. And from across the studio, you can see how gorgeous that strand is, can't you?
They just sparkle, and that's it. The thing is the lapidary work is one aspect. I mean, I haven't even talked about how clear they are. And of course, you wouldn't see the quality of the lapidary work unless you had a clear gemstone to have as the holder of such incredible craftsmanship. That is top quality. £14.95 is all you pay. Now, you have been busy made some gorgeous jewellery to bring us the two brand new strands that we've had. Lemon quartz, of course, that we had earlier on, and that went to a rock bottom $9.95 price tag. And then on top of that, you got your amethyst as well, these huge nuggets going for just $11.95. Brand new strands that you've got there. Brand new strands. If you do want to join us and own either of those strands, do speak to our call centre and they'll be able to add to your order. £2.95 is all you pay. Congratulations. Amethyst is at the bottom of the screen. The amethyst faceted nuggets coming in at just £11.95, and your code for that is UYGP80. 590 carats of your beautiful, I mean, the colour of 2014 is radiant orchid. This is your colour. This is the fashion colour of the year, and you've got the chance to work with it for just £11.95. And as you can see, you've achieved such a fantastic look.
And it's chunky, isn't it? You know, I've not spared the gemstones. I've still got a load left in my tray here.
No, but you've really given it that.
I love the colours together. I want to show how they would work together in a piece, and you know, kind of keep them separate as well. I love that it's a bit of asymmetric thing.
Amethyst. It just reminds me of amethyst, that lovely split colour. £14.95 for your pink amethyst that I've just given you in your faster drops, and $11.95 for your beautiful soft baby pinks and purples of your amethyst for $11.95. I know that Ed has got some special treats coming up for you at 5 o'clock, so it's just around the corner. Oh yes, you've got the little mesh.
Antique silver ribbons.
Oh, I saw those, because Gemma Crow did some stuff with those, didn't she?
They're amazing.
They are lovely.
They are super cute.
About how much it takes to make something like that as well.
Well, the price isn't reflective of what goes into making an item like this, and we're going to launch our show with these.
I'm going to get you to say goodbye because my earpiece has just stopped working, so you can do the countdown.
There we go then. These are coming up in about 60 seconds. In fact, there's no time to film. That's how we're over and done with.
Nice to have your company. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Thank you for all your inspiration.
Do not go away. If you miss it, you will miss out. Back in a couple of minutes.
Like what I did there.
As we're giving you great savings in our January clearance, why not pass that saving on by adding a small